Also 6440 east at 270, and a stalled vehicle 170 north at Forest Park Parkway. That's on the right shoulder.
We have a slow-moving cool front headed our way, but it is going to get through. Looking for a mix of clouds and sunshine on this Monday afternoon. Couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 86 for the high. Tonight, full moon night, partly cloudy skies. Couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 67. Tuesday, partly sunny. Couple of scattered showers, thunder showers. Though this is not a widespread rain coming up, but it will be cooler on Tuesday, 78. Wednesday looks gorgeous, sunny skies and 75 degrees. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got 80 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Monday. How's everybody? How's the weekend?
Good.
It was good.
It was a good sportsy weekend.
Boy, was it ever.
Yeah, it's
Woo,
great.
Man. Saturday, I told these guys, I started watching baseball at 1 p.m., finished at like 10 p.m., and I just felt like I'd eaten too many cookies. Like I couldn't stop, but I was like, you have to stop this. You have to someone has to break it up.
They've got baseball drunk.
Man, sure did. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Did you DoorDash anything?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get?
Dave's like, who are you talking
Who
to?
knows?
You were just
I
clicking.
can't even remember anymore.
No,
Order all recent orders.
I would have to look at my app. I just know every few hours
Dave's like, well, there's lunch.
Every few hours, a baby in a diaper shows up
and,
with a bag of food.
There's lunch, and then there was second lunch,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
there was pre-dinner, and then there was dinner, and then there was second dinner.
It really was like a lost weekend.
Yeah, but lost in a good way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Nothing wrong with those.
No. I just remember at like 10 p.m. on Saturday, getting ready for bed. I'm like, welp.
That was sure a day.
I guess now I'll lay down and shut my eyes.
You gotta be tired from all that watching.
Yeah.
The best is when you have something to do and you forget, and then you lay down to go to sleep at midnight on a Sunday, like I did last night, and then I go, "Oh, I forgot to do that thing."
What are you talking about?
I need to clean out my the Spider car so that I can like junk it and get rid of it. But there is a couple of things I need out of there, so I got to make sure I go through it all and get everything that I need. And I was like, I'm definitely doing that on Sunday, and then I just didn't. I just completely forgot about it entirely.
So you got up at midnight and went and did it?
No, I just continued to lay there and go, oh no, because there's not like a time limit on it. It's just I really need to do it.
Yeah. Cool. I'm used to those things.
Yeah, and I'm just the longer it goes on, the worse of a person I am for not just doing it.
I thought about that. Not to jump into something existential here, but you brought it up. I was just, I'm so introspective and anxious, and I was just thinking, like, what traits do I have that I know I have? Like some, I'm like, well, I think I'm a little bit cavalier, that kind of thing. And I thought, on the good side, after 61 years, I think I can say I'm kind. I think I'm a kind person. Yeah. I'm proud of that. And on the bad side, although I've done way worse things than this, the thing that's harmed my life the most, I think, has been procrastination. Like, I remember all the way back. I mean, like grade school, like an essay or a project, all the way back, man. I was just terrible, just a terrible procrastinator. Big things, little things, everyday things, everything. Just like, put it off. How about you guys? What couple of traits do you go, I know I got these?
Pretty loud.
It's a good one.
If I am bad with if I don't have to do something. Like I'm not the worst like work procrastinator, but like home stuff, if it's like,
Yeah, same.
you gotta fix the thing that's wrong with the shower or whatever, like that I have trouble not just like I have trouble like just making myself do it. And then, there are the times where we'll go from something that you don't have to do to something that you have to do immediately because you didn't do that thing for a month or whatever.
Yeah, I see people, fictionalized people. I don't have real people in my life like this, but on movies and television and TikToks, I'll see people who it's like up Saturday morning at 6 a.m. and fixing this and doing that.
Yeah.
I always make myself feel better. Like, I bet they're not funny.
I got a bunch of family members that are like that. They can't stop.
My dad was like that.
Get up early and just do things. Like, oh, it's okay to sit around too.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, my dad would sit down and watch a race on a weekend. Other than and he would sit down when working time was over. But I don't remember him sitting down like on a weekend other than that.
Yeah.
Like, he was just always in the shed, fiddling around, doing something.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of in between that. Like, I like doing stuff, but I don't want to be doing stuff nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Good, fun stuff or work stuff. Like, I don't cut my grass because I hate doing it. So I pay someone else to do it. I just hate it.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend my time doing it. It wouldn't take that long, but I hate it.
Am I the only one watching Monster, the Ed Gein story on Netflix?
No. I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer.
I'm interested in it.
I'm sorry, who is that?
Serial killer.
Yeah, Ed Gein was the first serial killer. You've probably seen pictures
Ooh, a
of him.
trailblazer.
Yes. Oh boy, was he?
He was the first that got the name right.
Yeah. As far as we know, he was the first that did these kinds of things. Like I'm sure it's somewhere in history people did a little bit of them, but he really turned it into something. And so I guess the guy who, Ryan Fields, is that his name, who directed it, is like a known guy in horror. And oh my God, he did it to us again and this kind of stuff. It's not exactly accurate because I know a little bit about the Ed Gein story, the real guy in Wisconsin.
Is it a dramatic series or is it a documentary?
No, it's a dramatic series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's played by the guy from Sons of Anarchy, right? Yeah.
Ed Hoonan, I think is his name. Ed Hoonan.
Charlie.
Hoonan.
Oh, Charlie. Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, the main guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, yeah,
And
it is.
Pacific Rim.
It is all flavors of screwed up.
All right.
I mean, big time.
Do we see him kill people?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Dave's like, oh, yeah.
I think I do remember.
And
the
I'm
murder.
only 1.5 episodes in.
Yeah.
So
Dave's like, yeah,
That
there's
was
some killing in there.
That was such a funny way of like, yeah, there is.
A show about like one of the worst serial killers ever. You're like, I don't know if there might have been.
I say that because I'm not sure. Yeah.
We maybe haven't gotten there yet because it's only 1.5 episodes in.
He definitely has. He definitely has.
Are they going into like his upbringing?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Because even
guessing-
I just Wikipedia'd this Ed Gein and doesn't seem like a good situation from the beginning.
No,
So he
not
didn't
at
have
all.
like a normal childhood.
Very
Don't
much
think
not.
so. Don't
Waspy
think so.
parents who put him in private school. And
Yes. There's one part, though. Spoiler alert. If you need this, it just made me laugh out loud. It's like really tense, right? He sort of has this quote unquote girlfriend when he's just started his exploits and he's building things out of people.
Ugh.
And he's got a chair built out of a person.
Ugh.
And the girl's looking at it and she goes, "What's that mark on it?" And he goes, "Oh," and he talks like this. Everything he says is like this. So that's even weirder.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Oh, I picked it out just for that mark." And she said, "What is it?" And he goes, "It's a nipple." And he goes, "Let's go meet my mom." And she goes, "Okay." I'm like, once you see the
Okay.
nipple chair.
So she knows it's a person chair?
Well, she says, "Is it an udder?" And he goes, "You could say that." And I'm like,
And she goes, no further question.
right.
Oh, that's normal.
She's like, I love that you're crafty.
Let's go meet mom.
I love that you're crafty.
I love that you're a handyman.
Women
I mean-
be like, as they look for a new boyfriend.
I mean,
Red flags? No.
No, but he's so crafty and creative.
In her defense, I guess he was the first. So
Yeah, it never
That's
entered
fair.
her
No, that's
mind.
actually- a
Yeah,
fair
there were
point,
no
yeah.
people chairs before. Now you got to watch out for people chairs because of this freak. But before,
right.
you didn't have to worry about people chairs.
Yeah, I want you of all people, Wheels. I want you to watch it.
All right.
I just want to get your take.
Okay.
I mean, of course it'll make you angry because everything makes you angry. I was just curious to see what makes you angry about
All right.
it.
Well, I'm sure something. That's a high bar to clear in the movie and TV show world.
Not making you angry?
Yeah, I mean, and the ones that don't are the ones I like. Because you can kind of like I see what they're doing there. I don't like the ones where like, well, wait a minute, what? Why is this? Why? Like all the shows that make FBI agents look like complete bumbling idiots. Like, okay, you lost me already. Like, oh yeah, some dumb criminal from the street. He's just smarter than 900 people.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Be real.
There is one part early on. I'm giving all sorts of spoilers there. I just don't care. But there is one part where someone dies because he kills them.
Okay.
And then he covers it up in the most 3-year-old kind of way possible. But it's just like, it was like 1944. And so all the authorities there, they're like, well, couple suspicious bruises, but it looks to me like a deer attack. Like, whatever. Like, they're just like, it must have been so easy to kill people back then.
Yeah.
When was this happening?
1944.
Okay, right. That's what I thought.
The late 1950s.
I thought it was post World War II. Okay.
Yeah. And then, interestingly, because now my TikTok has figured out I'm watching it, so I'm getting a lot of like real life Ed Gein stuff. And he didn't go to prison because he was one of the first people found to be criminally insane. So he just chilled in an asylum for a while, which made a lot of people mad. But there are a lot of theorists who think that he had no mental illness. Well, he clearly had mental illnesses because he's doing that stuff, but that he wasn't compromised at all. Everyone thought he was the village idiot, but they think he had like a super high IQ. So
he was going to get TikTok ads for human chairs.
And the criminally insane thing, I don't know. I don't get it because the end result is still the same. Someone ended up murdered. So shouldn't there be a cost?
Yeah, I really struggled with it, like in law school, that I just couldn't wrap my mind around the same thing. Just, well, wait a second. They're still just as dead. But it's just that, and it's been really controversial over the decades that you just lack capacity. You literally don't have the mental capacity to understand right and wrong, and therefore we could not hold you responsible for a crime, no matter how heinous. It doesn't ring true to me. I don't know. Too much South Roxana in me, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know enough about the difference in experience of like if someone's institutionalized for life. And I don't mean in prison. I mean, like, in an asylum. Is that like prison? Is it better? I mean, you're getting treated, but you don't have any freedom.
Right.
But you're also not surrounded by other violent people who can do terrible things, which, honestly, I'd say a lot of the violent criminals deserve to be in that surrounding.
Get what you get.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's all about my weekend.
There we go. Dave is all about murder and sports.
Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I would have thought like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Like, nothing. I did nothing. And I did do nothing, but I packed a lot of something.
It was a good
into
nothing.
There's a lot in the nothing.
Yeah. So, guys, about First Missouri Credit Union, no one's asking you to leave your bank. I have a bank, been with them for over 30 years, probably die with them. They're perfectly fine. But I have moved money from my checking account to First Missouri because I don't know that my bank pays much of anything at all. And First Missouri is paying 4.27% up to $100,000. So like, just why wouldn't you do it? It's not like the old days where you have to take a banker's box full of documents in. It's been 2 or 3 hours and check boxes and all that stuff. I literally think it happened in less than 15 minutes with me. And that was with a lot of like, oh yeah, so you're the guy on the radio kind of stuff going on. So it happens really quick. If you're going to take out a loan, a signature loan, or finance a car, something like that, the rates are going to be lower because where banks take profit, we take that money, put it right back into the credit union. 2 locations down on Lee May Ferry, 314-544-5050, the number 1 stmocu.org.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. We are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of lawyers is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call the Lance Story Law Firm today and let us get between you and the IRS. We'll protect your rights, including your right to appeal or even your right to take the IRS to tax court. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney team who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Story Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis, or visit lance.law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Lance Story Law Firm, 314-260-6120.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Just dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Windows. That's pound 250 keyword Windows, or head to rbastl.com.
You asked, we delivered. KMOX, now on FM. Crystal clear sound at 104.1 FM.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Just commenting to the guys, if you watch us on Facebook or YouTube, it's so much less like being watched, like playing in my band, which is performative. This is way more like being watched as a chimpanzee at the zoo. and we're just either sitting or standing here talking, doing a show. And then on the break, sometimes I will sit down and it looks so creepy. I can see myself sitting down and I look like a feral animal waiting for someone to drop a jujube or something and come running out of the darkness. I'm just so like always just aware, you know?
Do you prefer sitting? You got that nice chair.
I don't know. I prefer standing, but my leg was going numb. So who knows? I prefer not looking at myself. That's what I prefer.
Yeah. I mean, we can move the camera so you don't have to look at yourself.
No, then I would wonder.
Yeah. Get that back and forth.
Man, you guys really made me laugh today. I'm a pretty hard laugh. Like I don't just laugh.
No, you're a controlled laugher.
I'm a controlled laugher. I think how it happened.
Yeah.
So
I just asked him.
You gotta tiptoe around a little bit.
A little bit.
I felt bad for Rachel. She just got up and left immediately.
Yeah, 100%.
Rachel's like, I know where this is going on.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to stand here.
I haven't seen her move that fast in a while.
She's like, I got a person to meet and something to talk about.
So we're having lunch in the office, and it got a little quiet and stilted. And so Andrew says to Wheeler, do you think Travis Kelce is going to play better tonight since Taylor Swift wrote a song about his penis? And Wheeler so oddly goes, no, and don't call it that. And Andrew goes, what do you want me to call it? And he goes, anything but that.
Like anything else.
That's about when I left.
Yeah,
Rachel got up and left at that point.
And then I'm like, what an odd thing to say to another man.
Yeah,
I've never been told, can you make that more vulgar, please?
It doesn't have to be. There are other terms that are not considered nasty. They're just other terms.
He wanted a cute term.
I didn't say go for the gusto and say the big ones. There are plenty of in fact, other examples came up that were perfectly fine.
I didn't stay for those.
You were there. You were laughing.
Oh, I didn't. I was laughing.
Yeah,
too
he
hard.
was like, we're adults here. Can we please call it a weenie? It's like, okay.
It's just too formal.
horrible.
She did, in the song, she did describe it with a little tie on.
Okay. Wait,
It is very
this
formal.
is real?
Yeah,
Yes.
The song, yeah, it's called Wood. It's on her new album.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. No, that's a change.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Right? That's a change for Taylor?
A little bit of a pivot.
Okay.
It's a bit bizarre. It's got some people scratching their heads.
Is this kind of like how, back in the way back, like how Britney Spears went from being like the really nice one to like, I'm that way
I'm a
too.
woman.
Yeah, I'm that way
now
too.
that
now.
would be fascinating. That would be a fascinating
Is it that kind of
turn.
move? Is that kind of like, all right, gotta evolve?
No, definitely not.
She wrote a song about his penis.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know if Britney Spears had any songs about anybody's penis.
I just find it a little, I don't know. Like, why do you feel the need to convince us all
Yeah.
that you're so happy with the situation?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look
Like,
at you digging deep.
Rachel's like, this is a big sales job.
I don't know. It's just the kind of thing where it's like, I don't know. I don't know what motivates a person to write a song like
No,
this.
she's right. It's like very tacky at best, and at worst, it's like incredibly insecure.
Or it's somebody really famous who just doesn't care what anybody thinks.
I don't think it's.
No?
I think she cares.
Does
I think
quite a
she
bit.
absolutely
Okay. All
cares.
right. I don't know. I don't follow Tay Tay.
Who's the insecure person?
Her really laying it on thick how happy she is in this relationship. Which I'm sure she is, but you could interpret it.
Yes.
If somebody showed up every day, if I showed up every day and was like, I just love my wife so much. Just everything about my wife is so perfect.
We would assume you killed her.
Precisely. You would assume I am building an alibi.
He's got his human chair going.
Is this a thing where
I also
like,
love this chair I'm sitting in I just made.
Why don't you just sit in the Megan? I mean, chair.
is this the like is the problem that like Taylor's always been the what do you call it?
Good girl?
Yeah, like the good girl, the clean performer, and it's just awkward because she doesn't know how to do this kind of thing, right?
That does come across in the lyrics. They come across a little awkward.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just like, why are you doing this? I
Mhm.
don't understand why this had to happen.
Like writing it in like flowery metaphors and prose, and it's like
To be like Simon and Garfunkel doing that. It's weird.
Yes. Writing a song about each other's.
Who's been talking about St. Louis sports since 1985? Bernie Miklasz.
I say this not to be critical. I say it more to just find the humor in it. It's like the Cardinals, the word rebuild to them is like so toxic. It's like a banned word. You are not allowed to speak the word rebuild, right? And I think it's kind of funny because the rebuild actually has already started.
Bernie Miklasz. Hear what he has to say on the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. 104.1 FM KMOX.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, coming to Missouri soon. December 1st. Finally, you'll be able to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports, and it could not come at a better time of year with football, basketball, hockey. It's all happening. And with FanDuel, tons of ways to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line, over under, bet the spread, or look to the future. Maybe you know who the MVP is going to be or win coach of the year, or what team's going to win the championship. You can do that with FanDuel. Plus, with live betting, you can even pick what player is going to score the next touchdown and the one after that while the game is going on. Download the FanDuel app and get familiar with it because the app will be live to use December in Missouri. You can see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, PennMutual.com/STL.
It is not a blast from the North Pole, but we do have some cooler weather on the way after this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sunshine, a couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 86 for the high. Tonight, full moon night, partly cloudy skies. The harvest moon, couple of scattered showers, thunder showers, 67. Tuesday, partly sunny, couple of scattered showers and thunder showers, cooler Tuesday, 78. I want to stress from this afternoon through Tuesday, this is not a widespread rain. It's not going to help our drought a heck of a lot. Wednesday is a pretty day, sunny skies and nice, and 75. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Chances are you have a lot of people who depend on you, your family, maybe even employees. Life insurance from Penn Mutual can provide you peace of mind and protect the most important people in your life. Ask your independent advisor or go to PennMutual.com/STL.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate. 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
And The Lovin' Spoonful.
Do you believe in magic?
Saturday, October 25th at the Family Arena with the Hollies' greatest hits, starring Terry Sylvester. Get tickets now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon and The Lovin' Spoonful.
Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. With John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Shooting Star.
Last chance to believe in yourself.
In Missouri. Saturday, November 15th, the Family Arena. Reserve seats on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Dave Glover, celebrating 25 years.
Congrats to the Dave Glover Show. 25 years of stories, sarcasm, Sasquatch, spirited debates, and more laugh out loud moments than listeners can count. Congratulations on the most authentic show in St. Louis radio.
Sponsored by BioBalance Health and BioBalance Skin.
Man, I just lived a lifetime just now. I thought it was time for Bernie, which is 2:30, And I was like, man, this show's going fast.
Man.
Whizzing by.
Like it's a time warp, man.
I can't even believe it, man.
I just did. I was like, well, Rach didn't do the birdie thing brought to you by. Then I'm like, oh, it's 1:34. Okay. Fine.
No jump in time for you, sir.
Nope, no jump. Tomorrow night, we're doing the Halloween show. Taping, that is. We will present it to you on Halloween proper, which is Friday. So you can keep your tradition going and listen to the DGS Halloween special while getting the kids ready for trick-or-treating. Should be good. Going to a place that's fairly famous, big place, lots of history. So looking forward to that.
I'm excited. I like when we go on our field trips.
Yeah.
I feel like we're like Scoob and the gang.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see how you do.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
Yeah. I kind of picture like something spooky happening. You going like, oh, that's a bunch of crap.
I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility.
Just every time, just in the background of all of our audio scenes going, dumb.
I have no expectations though, so I don't know what. Like, I don't know. I've never done anything. Like, I have no expectation. Like, I don't know what would be constituting spooky other than seeing a ghost.
What would be constituting spooky?
Yeah, like you can hear noises.
You just said that like such an alien.
What is to be constituting spooky at this establishment, sir?
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out this human thing.
He's like, hold it together, hold it together.
I can't wait till we go on the big snipe hunt. Leave Kevin out in the woods.
You think I'm dumb enough to fall for a snipe hunt?
We just hear Kevin screaming from the middle of the woods. Not scared.
No, all you would be hearing are a bunch of curse words. That's all you would hear. And then me like hitting trees with branches because I'm angry. Gotta get it out.
Knocking down trees.
So, Rach, you went to Alton Square?
I did.
Live in the old days?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was just hanging out with some of my family on Saturday, had some nice lunch, and then my brother was taking the girls and my mom to see some kids movie. I forget what it's called. It's called like Cats Playhouse.
Is it just Cats?
He's just making it up.
I decided not to go.
One like that.
Yeah, was it just called Cats? That's a movie.
It was something about a cat. Yeah.
All right, let me look.
Some kids thing I had never heard of, but apparently Blair and Darcy are super into. So they were all going to see that movie at the Alton Square movie theater. So I'm like, oh, I'll go with you guys and go shopping a little bit.
Was it Casper?
No.
Oh, it was Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
Yes, but there's a cat somewhere in the movie. They were telling me about it. I almost had it. No, but yeah, decided to go to old Alton Square Mall, which I worked at for years and, just went there my whole childhood. It is crazy how different it is, but also how the same it is. I don't know. It's hard to describe. They've boarded up so many different stores. In fact, the Macy's is just gone. The mall just stops where the Macy's was, which is super bizarre because I spent hours and hours in there. Yeah, and it was just really weird. And it was a Saturday at like 4 p.m. and there was nobody there. Like nobody. We were walking around the upstairs portion and we're the only people up there. It was just kind of wild.
And there's nothing there?
There's just an Olga's Kitchen. There's not really anything else. I mean, Andrew was telling you off the air earlier, like they kind of just have a bunch of murals and stuff up that you can, read different things, but there's not activities to do. Downstairs, they still have like the library and they still have Spencer Gifts.
Oh,
but they closed
Olga's and Spencer's. That's all I
had no idea.
That's a day out right there, man.
Still there.
Sounds better.
Spencer's is still there.
I had no idea. I haven't been to the bottom part of that mall in a very, very long time because I just go to Olga's.
Do you guys remember, if you were there at the time, when Union Station closed down? At one point, it was just a couple restaurants and the kind of place you go to buy weapons that guys from Star Trek kill each other with.
Yeah, the guy where you'd buy CDs out of the guy's trunk.
And it was just a bunch of guys buying Klingon honor swords and
ninja stars
talking to each other.
Michael has a quick little bit of news if we can throw it to A real quick.
To Michael Calhoun.
Yeah, we've got a major traffic incident to tell you about. This is very serious. Northbound 170 is completely closed at Interstate 70. Traffic's being diverted to the right lane on eastbound 70 to get you out of that area. Trying to pull up the traffic cameras here. Understand this may be a fatality incident, so this could be closed for quite some time. Northbound 170 is closed at I-70.
Okay. Back to Olga's. Did you eat there?
I did not.
Oh, not even a bite, huh?
No, and I was kind of thinking like, man, I wish we would have eaten here whenever. Like I had a great lunch in Alton. It was great, but I was like, man, I haven't had Olga's in a long time.
Olga's you can get like macaroni and cheese with hot honey chicken tenders on top in a Snackers bread bowl.
That doesn't sound like Olga's.
It's so good. It's not. It's really not.
Wait.
They've started leaning really. They still have the Euros and stuff, but they've started leaning into the Snackers a little heavily because I think they've realized, that's our special thing that no one else can have.
Mac and cheese in a bread bowl.
An Olga's like bread bowl. Why is that?
It just seems like a lot.
A lot of carbs.
I mean,
it's heavy.
Yeah,
I mean it's not a lot for me.
Mac and cheese in a bread bowl topped with chicken tenders.
Yeah, I mean fried chicken tenders, of course. I mean it's a lot for some people, not for me.
If you take out one of the carbs and just do the rest, it sounds good.
Yeah. That's like wearing 3 hats at once.
I would love to eat all 3 of those hats. Sounds delicious.
Dude,
I mean, all of them are good. Let's be real.
Man, I can't judge though. Yesterday, got some donut drive-in.
Yeah.
Right as soon as they opened.
Nice.
So it was like a good mix.
Mm-hmm.
Real good mix. And those donuts are gone. Got a dozen donuts. They are all gone today.
Kurt ate a lot of donuts.
Yeah. No,
Damn, Kurt.
Actually, last night I was like, do you care if because I had cut the remaining donuts in half and then I ate all my halves. And then I was like, is it cool if I keep eating some of these donuts? He goes, yeah, I got those for you. Go ahead and eat those. I'm like, great. So then I finished everything except for half of a Long John, which is like his favorite one. And then this morning he was like, do you want a donut? I'm like, there's only one left and it's for you. And he was like, you ate all of those. But no, it was
Donuts don't count though.
I mean, it feels like they don't count. I
It's
will
empty
say
carbs.
my teeth were like hurting by the end. Like, just the amount of sugar. It was like, I should.
You guys ever get the
do something
cider
about
mill
this.
donuts?
No.
What's that?
You guys have never had cider mill
Is
donuts?
it just the like apple cider?
So it's donuts made with the
sugar
apple
donut?
cider,
Yeah.
and there you have the cinnamon on the outside.
You can get those at Eckert's, I think.
Those go fast.
From where?
If you just, I don't know, anywhere we get them.
I think Eckert's has them around like, the fall season.
I want to go to Eckert's this year.
Actually, it's great.
Been in a long time.
We go to the Fun Farm in Millstadt every year. It's a tradition, Halloween tradition.
Yeah. You know what's a tradition with my family at Eckert's? Stealing. Yeah, my hobo family.
Testing just how close they were paying attention to
There
those pumpkin
wasn't a
patches.
purse or a pocket not full with ill-gotten apples. And I'm like 4, and I remember being in the back seat and them sticking them down in the wedge of the back seat where you find quarters, and I was begging them. I don't know what sort of police Calhoun County has. We're about to find out.
Isn't that the worst when you're hanging out with someone who's doing something like mildly not illegal, but like untoward?
this was illegal.
They're just
Stealing is illegal.
Well, they're just making a choice you wouldn't
cute
make.
theft.
Yeah, it's like whimsical thievery, but it's stealing.
And
But
then,
I know
like-
what you mean.
And then like you're the jerk for not wanting to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you're like accomplice to it now. You're like, if you get arrested, I get in trouble too, man.
Mhm.
I remember there was a bridge there that opened up. And I had seen a show called The Littlest Angel with the kid from Family Affair. See, I would be good at math if I didn't remember every minute of my life. And the kid was climbing one of those, I think to get a bird. Stupid kid. And he fell off and died. So he was the littlest angel. So I just knew, well, you see one of those bridges and you die. And we had to go across it. And I was just between the stolen apples and that bridge. Just let me off.
I'm questioning like what the point of this film was. The Littlest Angel.
Yes,
It
well,
was dark, man.
what were we accomplishing
I
here?
don't know.
To encourage children not to climb up bridges if they see a bird. I didn't realize it was such like an epidemic.
Is that? Are you looking it up? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
I think I'm on the wrong thing.
What are
Was
you
it?
on?
Was it?
What
was
are
it-
you looking
Was
at?
it? Was it
it
made in the late
animated?
'60s?
No, it was probably late 60s.
Okay, yeah, 1969.
Sounds right.
Wait, this doesn't sound like what you described.
What does it say?
It says Michael, a shepherd boy living in biblical times, finds himself transported to heaven on his 8th birthday.
And then
Nah.
look up the Littlest Angel Bridge.
Look up Family Fair and see what the kid's name was.
Okay.
Who played Jody? This is the worst radio ever on KMOX, but now I have
Johnny
to know.
Whitaker.
Oh,
Johnny
that's
Whitaker.
what it is. But what's going on?
Well, there
That's the
is-
guy in this.
Oh,
There seems to be some sort of sequence where he's climbing up a cliff or a bridge. I don't know. Isn't it weird how
they
like,
had drawbridges in biblical times.
maybe?
I'm gonna tell you what, Johnny Whitaker is not looking great.
E.G. Marshall was in that.
He looks
Wasn't
like
he one of
maybe
those-
he did fall off a bridge.
Wasn't he
at
one
some
of
point.
those
Johnny
like
Whitaker catching
1930s
strays.
gangster guys? Or that was Edward E. Robinson or whatever.
Edgar G. Robinson. Oh, you're a shepherd boy, eh?
Listen here, see?
Go get that bird, see?
Just because you die doesn't mean you're off the hook, buddy.
Get your ass up that bridge, boy. Are you afraid to die in there?
Listen here, see?
We're in the Middle East.
Some things go here.
Now, I got to go to Syria. I'll be back by nightfall.
Hold on, let me talk to Jimmy Stewart.
Dude, the Google searches from this hour alone have been insane.
Ed
World's-
Gein,
Yeah,
the
world's first
Littlest
serial
Angel,
killer.
The boy fell off the bridge.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
Is apple stealing illegal?
Or is it just a little untoward?
Boy went right in the water.
How many carbs in thousands is in a macaroni and cheese Red Bull? And why doesn't that affect Andrew at all?
This has been a fever dream of a first hour. How are you going to label this podcast?
I mean, Ed Gein's making it in there for sure.
Nipple chairs and drawbridges.
Nipple chairs, drawbridges,
Drawbridges in biblical times.
songs about wood.
How did that get there?
Andrew makes a chair out of Megan.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Laughing makes you tired.
Andrew creates a very careful alibi.
Oh boy, I love my wife.
Boy, I just
Yeah.
think she's swell.
Every day, unsolicited, like
Out of
I'm a
nowhere.
wife guy.
And she's really been seen a lot lately. Have you guys noticed how many times she's been seen lately?
Sorry, right before I left.
And then out of nowhere, Andrew just throws in, man, that Johnny Whitaker not looking very good anymore.
Yeah.
He looks like crap.
Probably
What if he's listening right now? His feelings must be so hurt.
The picture that the official picture that they use for him looks so terrible.
Oh, not terrible.
Come on now.
What is he supposed to look like? He
I
was
mean,
making
look.
movies about baby angels in 1969.
I'm not going to look any better when I'm 65, and I know that for a fact. But this guy looks rough. And then there's a couple where he has a soul patch little thing here, and it's
That's just
dyed.
cool.
It's dyed bright red, like
You're going in
Ginger
deep on
red.
Johnny Whitaker.
Oh my god.
he needs people around him to find him his right
This
look.
is, he's auditioning to be a part of Johnny Whitaker's entourage.
Call me
as a
Johnny, I'll-
balancing force.
I'll be your stylist.
I'm not even alive right now.
I'll dress you in Coca-Cola t-shirts.
I've obviously fallen and hit my head.
Dave never even left the house. This
Yeah.
is just all his fever dream.
I'm gonna wake up and try to remember
He's gonna wake up and it's gonna be like 3 a.m. Monday morning.
in a cold sweat.
He's like, wow, that felt real.
Oh man. Want to talk about Lombardo Homes, right?
Yeah, Lombardo Homes has a really cool new community that they're celebrating. It's the grand opening of the Village at Twin Creeks in Cottleville, and there's going to be a celebration on Saturday, October 18th. So this is an exclusive community. It has just 9 estate-sized home sites available. Floor plans range from 2,600 to over 4,000 square feet. That's plenty of room for growing families or if you love to entertain. And this community is in a prime location. It's walking distance to Main Street, Cottleville, with its shops and restaurants. There's easy access, located west of Highway N and north off St. Charles Street.
So Cottleville, man, that place has just gone crazy. Beautiful, gorgeous, sort of like just ideal, kind of like the Truman Show, if you will. Whether you're looking to upsize, downsize, build a 1,500 square foot house on 3 acres or build a 4,000 square foot house on 1 acre, whatever it is, we can make it happen for you. For all things Lombardo, go to lombardohomes.com.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with Kingdom OX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss it down, listen to the Chiefs on Kingdom OX or Kingdom OX on the Odyssey app. For more info, kingdomox.com/events. If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's term for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now, promo code RADIO.
Think back to the holiday season last year. You're surrounded by your family. It's been months since everyone has been together like this. Everyone is talking and catching up, sharing stories and laughing, and your grandson is real quick-witted. He cracks a joke and everyone seems to laugh. But you missed it. How does that make you feel? Do you start to disengage? Do you feel disconnected from the group? I'm Dr. Colleen Bosler, and I don't want this to happen to you this holiday season. Come visit Dr. Adam Voss and me at the Audiology Center for our Here for the Holidays event happening in the month of October. We're offering free hearing screenings, free earwax removals, free consultations, and a $500 coupon towards the latest hearing aids. Call us today to make an appointment for this special event through the month of October. 636-441-7470, or visit us online at theaudiologycenterstl.com.
Oh, man. I'm no longer the least bit concerned with the show. I'm just having fun, and I'm on my phone. I'm going crazy because I have, for 61 years or probably 55, had that specific image in my mind of Johnny Whitaker climbing up to get a bird on a drawbridge, falling, and maybe it just didn't happen.
I wonder if you had just seen that and then you pictured, like, what if I had to climb up the drawbridge and I fell like little Johnny Whitaker, and I became the littlest angel.
Yeah, of course that was what was going on.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Saying that he never climbed up the drawbridge.
Well, where'd I get the drawbridge?
When you drove past it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm doing some research for you, Dave. We're gonna figure this
Yeah,
out.
we'll get to the
appreciate
bottom of it. You got the best team in the world here.
That's right.
At tracking down
We'll figure it out.
I appreciate it.
aged child stars.
You know what I realized? Since I left my mom and dad's home, I don't think I've ever put a twist tie back on bread.
Are you a fold under guy?
Yeah.
It works just as well.
I like the twist tie though.
I like
It's
the
nice
twist
to
tie
have.
too.
I
like
typically
the added
go through with
security.
it, but sometimes I don't. It's fine. Never gets worse. It's okay.
You know what's rough is when the twist tie starts to get worn out, and then you're kind of just dealing with a piece of wire,
Yeah.
and it's like, well,
Wouldn't know anything about it.
Yeah. Dave, your plan works. It's not like you just turn it, slide underneath there on top.
Give it
boom.
a spin.
Yep.
Fold it under.
Yep. It's all good. There is no weakness in that plan.
Still making those twist ties.
Yeah. And
Probably
those
the same
little
people that make
plastic,
cardboard boxes.
you know, those little plastic,
yes.
whatever those damn
Those are
things
kind
are
of a
called.
lie.
Yeah. They work all right until one snaps off.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just spin and fold under.
Oh, they are almost positive that they have found Amelia Earhart's plane. This time, everyone's kind of agreeing with it. The island with the giant crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They've searched it. I don't know how they missed it, but I think satellite photos spotted a plane in the surf of that island, just sitting there with the right dimension of Amelia Earhart's plane. So,
How bizarre.
yeah.
Did they just release all the files on that, on her?
I don't know.
I think they did.
Don't know.
Yeah, they did. Oh, look at that.
What files?
Because,
were there?
I don't know. They literally, I think it was last week, they
She wasn't on the island, was
released all of the, quote, Amelia Earhart files.
Where are all these files?
Exciting.
she? Yeah.
That one was, why would that not have just been released? Like, what do you,
Right.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What are they hiding in the Amelia Earhart files?
Yeah.
That's one of those things that since I was a kid and I would see like Raiders of the Lost Ark where they, take the ark back and there's just gazillions of things. I've just always sort of intuitively known that they're just two sets of files. Like we're never going to see the real JFK files. We're never going to see the real UFO files. They got those somewhere else.
They're with the lost Ark of the Covenant in that big warehouse.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
Hey, just check the mail. We've been invited to a seminar and dinner is free.
It's gonna be chicken, and it'll taste like Play-Doh.
Don't be fooled. All seminars are not the same. For example, Steve All, an investment advisor representative and founder of the All Financial Group, will be hosting his Taxes and Retirement Seminar at Bishop's Post, October 7th and 9th. From the big beautiful bill to taxes on your Social Security, Steve will not only cover the hurdles you'll face in retirement, but ways to keep more money in your pocket and less in Uncle Sam's. This is a complimentary event, but seating is limited, so reserve your seat today. Call 636-230-8824 or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
You know, hon, I've always been interested in us buying a timeshare.
I'd rather eat Play-Doh.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
You guys, America's #1 sports book is coming to Missouri on December 1st. That, of course, is FanDuel, and you can go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. And finally, you can have fun betting on your favorite teams and all your favorite sports, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home living in Missouri. I've been with FanDuel forever. I started with the daily fantasy games. I also loaded the FanDuel Sportsbook app when it came online, and I've used that when I was in places where I could play. Well, now I'll be able to do it in Missouri, and that means I get to play any way I want. I can bet point spreads, over-unders, money line. I can get with the live betting, so that's really cool where you're watching a game. You're like, I'm going to pick the next guy that scores a touchdown, or I'm going to pick the next guy that gets a hit in the ball game. There are a lot of different ways to play, and that's what makes it cool is you can kind of customize it to the experience that you're looking for. So find out for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. To me, it's a great app, easy to use. It's just as easy to get your money out as it is to put your money in, which is a big, big challenge in some places, but not with FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. It's FanDuel. Play your game. 21 and older and present in Missouri to play. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, it's Debbie Monterey. When I endorse a product or service on the radio, I take it very seriously and I do my research. I did that when I first met Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty more than 5 years ago. Gloria is here in studio today. So Gloria, I'll ask the same question I asked you when we first met. What sets you apart from other local agents?
Well, number one is my guaranteed offers. I'm so confident that I'll sell your home at 100% of market value, or I'll pay the difference. Number two is I already have the buyers, so your home may already be sold. I literally have thousands of buyers in my Buyers in Waiting program. This is how I'm able to create higher demand, more offers, and that means more money in your pocket.
Get to know Gloria Liu like I have. Upfront written guarantees with the least hassle. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky. Right now, 80 degrees downtown at the Arch, following a major traffic impact on I-170 going north at Interstate 70. The backup is to St. Charles Rock Road because the interstate is closed. A major incident there. We'll bring you the latest as it becomes available. A hearing will be held this hour where lawyers will ask a federal judge for an emergency order to stop suppression of free speech in Broadview, Illinois, while a newly filed lawsuit plays out. Brandon Eisen is in Chicago.
These deployments of really harsh weapons.
Calling it a brutal suppression of First Amendment rights in a new lawsuit. Rachel Glenberg is an ACLU attorney among several involved in the suit, claiming that federal agents have been using violent force against their plaintiffs, which include members of the press, elected officials, religious leaders, legal observers, and private individuals engaged in peaceful and protected activities, often violently arresting people with no legal basis.
Without any warning, without telling the protesters what the officers think they're doing wrong or telling them what they're supposed to be doing.
Claiming indiscriminate use of near-lethal weapons such as tear gas, rubber bullets, pepper balls, flash grenades. The lawsuit names among other agencies the Department of Homeland Security, Secretary Kristi Noem, AG Pam Bondi, and other federal officials. President Donald Trump is even named, along with individual federal officers allegedly involved.
The governor of Illinois says the Trump administration is orchestrating a problem and hoping to incite violence. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe supports what is happening.
We definitely have to clean it up. We know what illegal immigrants are doing to our country and, in our case, into the state of Missouri.
Illinois, California, and Oregon fighting the deployment of the National Guard to help ICE. Kehoe says the only holdup in Missouri has been what he calls the Chuck Schumer shutdown.
Those are Missouri National Guardsmen that are going to assist at several ICE offices across the state. Kind of on the back end and processing piece, it was actually a request, I should say, from Kristi Noem.
Black bears are on the prowl in Missouri as migration season begins. So besides smelly trash, Dan Zarlenga with the Missouri Department of Conservation says there are other food sources that can attract them to your property.
If you feed your pets outdoors, you might want to consider discontinuing that if you can, or if you can't, just put the food out long enough for them to eat and take it in. The grills are the same as the trash cans. You know, the food droppings and grease and all that can attract bears.
He says if you encounter a black bear, you should get big and back away slowly, but do not run. A local politician is taking a special interest in the next Super Bowl halftime show.
St. Louis City Alderwoman Daniela Velasquez is from Puerto Rico. Like Latin music superstar Bad Bunny, she was delighted to hear that he was the halftime show performer for Super Bowl 60.
The market's changing. One, the NFL is clearly going after a Latin American audience because they've just done 2 games back-to-back, 2 years in a row in Brazil. They just did Karol G.
Few of them were on drugs.
Bad Bunny hosted SNL over the weekend. He made a joke that celebrities have been coming to his shows, including St. Louis and John Hamm. Hamm can be seen dancing in a video, then appeared in the SNL crowd. Stuart McMillan, KMOX News.
From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. New details about a big UFC fight coming to the White House.
While President Trump was in Norfolk, Virginia, celebrating the Navy's 250th anniversary, he talked about all the major events happening during his second term.
250 years is the most important, above World Cup, above Olympic.
He also revealed the date for the UFC fight that's set to take place on the South Lawn.
And on June 14th, next year, we're going to have a big UFC fight.
June 14th also happens to be his 80th birthday. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, the White House.
The Dow from Stifel down 71 points to 46,686. Again, 170 North is closed at I-70 because of a major crash there. All the lanes are closed. Also a crash on 270 North at Dorset on the right shoulder. A stall back to 170 North at Forest Park Parkway. That's in the right lane. So 170 is going to be jam-packed to avoid. We've also got some road work on Lindbergh South at Old St. Charles Road. That's in the right lane. And we've got a crash. Looks like they've opened all the lanes on 270 North at Dorset. Vehicle fire 44 East at 109 Eureka. That vehicle fire is in the right shoulder.
It is not a blast from the North Pole, but we do have some cooler weather on the way after this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sunshine, a couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 86 for the high. Tonight, full moon night, partly cloudy skies. The harvest moon. Couple of scattered showers, thunder showers, 67 Tuesday, partly sunny, couple of scattered showers and thunder showers, cooler Tuesday, 78. I want to stress from this afternoon through Tuesday, this is not a widespread rain. It's not going to help our drought a heck of a lot. Wednesday is a pretty day, sunny skies and nice and 75. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. It's cloudy and 80. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. Our attorneys are committed to you, your business, and your community. We are ready to serve you in the areas of business litigation, intellectual property, health law, and products liability. SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of lawyers is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX, a few minutes past 2 p.m. So I figured it out. The Littlest Angel. I went and watched it on the break on YouTube, and the kid from Family Affair is in the Middle East, climbs up a big giant cliff that looks like a bridge, chasing a bird, falls off, goes to heaven.
All right.
And Herman Munster, Fred Gwynn, is like his mentor.
All right.
And he gets bullied in heaven.
What?
Yeah.
There's bullying in heaven?
Yes. Good for you.
At least according to the 1960s.
Yes. Because he can't sing and he's kind of a nuisance. And so people just sort of like ostracize him. As people do in heaven.
That doesn't seem like it could be possible in heaven.
It would just be earth.
Yeah, isn't it a sin to bully people? And you can bully people in heaven? You're supposed to be like worshiping together for eternity. Get your act together,
I didn't
man.
think of things through too much back in those days.
I'm sure it had a lovely message by the end of it. I don't know.
I'm sure he was redeemed somehow, and he did something that was good enough. And
Here are the lessons. Don't climb bridges.
Got to redeem those kids
don't be
somehow.
annoying.
Yeah.
Dr. Tiffany Osborne has been with us, pretty much since the start of COVID. She's with WashU Medicine, and she joined us again now. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
Good. How's that beautiful family of yours who I had the privilege of meeting?
Yeah, everybody is fantastic.
Good.
Everyone said to tell you hello.
That's great. You guys had a good time that night?
We did. We had a fantastic time. And again, man, if anybody gets an opportunity to take you up on that charity event, they need to do it because that was fantastic. We had a great time.
Good. I'm glad. So we're getting into we're into fall now and getting into the winter months coming up pretty soon. Everyone's worried about COVID and the flu, and we do this every year. So how's it looking?
COVID looks like it's going up. Flu looks like it's going up. But the vaccines are the way to go. And I was kind of hoping that maybe we could spend a little bit of time talking about the vaccine, about autism and the vaccines and Tylenol.
Yes, please
do.
Is
that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So just so that we're all on the same sheet of music, we know that on September 22nd, the FDA sent out an alert to physicians that was maybe a concern about acetaminophen in pregnant women being linked to autism. And then they put out a press release, and I'm sure everybody saw the press release when it came out. And they mentioned 2 studies. So there's a couple of things to talk about. One is that the alert that went out to physicians, the letter that we got, was very different than what I saw when I watched the press release on television. And in that release, they talk about 2 different articles, and I pulled both of those articles and I read them from start to end so that we could get a good idea of what they were talking about. And so I'll go through a little bit of that, but I want to tell you first, in order to understand what all the controversy is, because if you go online and you bring up Dr. Google and you look at acetaminophen and autism and pregnancy, you're going to see some studies that say, yes, it does, and some studies that say, no, it doesn't. And so I'm going to break it down for you. The first thing that you have to know is what we call confounding. But what that means is just because something is associated with an outcome doesn't mean that it causes an outcome. So to give you an example, more people eat ice cream in the summer and more people drown in the summer. So they say, is there a link between ice cream and drowning? And there's not, right? So there's more ice cream because it's in the summer, so more people are eating ice cream. Hot weather, more people are swimming, so it increases that incidence. But eating ice cream doesn't cause drowning. That's an example of association, but not causation. 2 things that are going up at the same time that are not related to each other.
Okay. Tracking you so far?
All right. Okay. So one of the things that we're seeing a lot of with all of these different studies is that there are things that are associated with autism. It doesn't necessarily mean that it causes autism. And when you're studying something and you're looking at one thing and another thing, unless you do it in a specific way, things that are associated, like the ice cream and the drowning, could actually end up looking like it causes another thing. So that's what I think what we're seeing with the autism and Tylenol and pregnancy. So in general, there was a very large study. The 2 studies that they talked about in that press release were from like 2018 and 2019. There's a more recent study that was published this year that was 2.5 million pregnancies in Sweden, and they followed these kids for over 20 years using a national health registry. And what they initially found when they looked at this was that there was a 0.9% increase in autism with pregnant women who took Tylenol. But then when they went back and they looked at potential confounders, what they found was that there was not that association. And so how did they do that? If there was they had siblings and they looked to see, okay, mom was pregnant and she took Tylenol with one kid, mom was pregnant and didn't take Tylenol with a second kid, then was there an association with autism with the Tylenol? And there was not. So basically what we found over a couple of different studies, one of them was also just done in Japan. It was just published a couple of weeks ago. Once you look at these confounders that can cause an association to look like causation, once you take that out of the mix, and you look at like siblings, brothers and sisters who had an exposure or didn't have an exposure, they find that there is no association between taking Tylenol during pregnancy and autism.
Doc, let me stop you there and ask for people out there listening, if you're just joining us, this is Dr. Tiffany Osborne, who's been with us many, many times since COVID, and we're talking about the link or not between taking acetaminophen when you are pregnant and the occurrence of autism in your baby. So, Doc, would you look at this and say, well, I don't agree with it, but no harm, no foul. You don't have to take Tylenol if you don't want to. Better safe than sorry. Or can this lead to problems outside of autism?
So the thing that we have to consider is that fevers by itself when you're pregnant can cause problems with the pregnancy. So, and then additional stress associated with pain, things like that, like if you've been in a car accident or whatever, the only thing you have available right now to take is Tylenol, acetaminophen. So there are other things that you have to think about. So it really is a conversation to have with your physician, with your gynecologist, as to whether or not it's something that you want to do. You may decide, look, I don't want to take it unless I really need it, which is fine.
And are most of your colleagues where you are? I know that it's impossible for you to just, put your finger in the air and know where everyone is. But overall, were most of your colleagues in medicine suspicious or dubious about this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say of the people that I know, about 95% of the physicians that I have come, that I engage with are very suspicious about it.
And Doc, since we're running out of time, getting back to the vaccines, the seasonal vaccines for COVID and the flu, are there any major differences that we need to know? I kind of lost track that I thought at one point it was only people over 65 can just walk into like a Walgreens and get COVID for free. Am I wrong about that?
It's so frustrating because I feel like this whole vaccine thing has been taken over by a QAnon chat room. So at this point in time, I don't know. Some people are telling me that they can get the COVID vaccines, and some people are telling me that they can't. Some people who are over 65 were able to go in and get it, and some people have told me that they can't. There's just a lot of confusion right now about it. But, one of the other pieces that come up with this is, do vaccines cause autism? And I can tell you very, very clearly, like there might be some question regarding acetaminophen. If you looked at some data, maybe you'd think that some of it was more compelling than other. But with vaccines, there's over 1 million different kids that they've examined, and there's no association with vaccines and autism whatsoever.
Okay. All right, Doc, we really appreciate it. That's the first we've really talked at length about it. So very much appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
Hey, what's up, flies? This is David Spade. Dana Carvey. Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall. Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on video. Every Thursday, you'll hear us and see us chatting with big name celebrities. And every Monday, you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips. Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son, Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you're trying to sell your home, there's only one group of agents in town I trust. Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. My friends Mark and Neil have the best system, options, and strategies to connect you to the best qualified buyers, getting your home sold fast and for top dollar. Check out thegelmanteam.com.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. That's right, weight loss seminar at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis at 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
KMOX is now on 104.1 FM, the same great station with even better sound.
Welcome back, guys. DG Asa on KMOX. Weird day. Fun day. I feel really weird today. And so I sort of feel like I'm not even doing a show. Like when we were just laughing an hour ago and I said I feel like I'm dreaming. That's just kind of how the whole day has felt. So I'm just kind of going with it like, that's not real.
Yeah, well,
keep it going.
What if you were to wake up from it and you'd be like, oh.
I've woken up from weirder things, I think. So
that would be a big bummer because that would mean that I would cease to exist and that would make me sad.
Yeah.
You would still exist. It's just that this would not have happened.
It is really terrifying to think about the people that manifest in my dreams have their own thoughts and emotions and inner lives. And that's a terrifying thought. So thank you, Kevin.
What?
If Dave is dreaming right now, then that means that everything that's going on in my brain, in my life, in my emotions, my thoughts, my feelings isn't real.
That would be because it's only in Dave's head and this is not a real interaction.
Then how am I feeling like this if it's all in Dave's head? That's the terrifying part.
Because you're in Dave's head too.
Yeah, that's what's scary. Meaning that as I sit here, as a figment of Dave's imagination.
I don't think he's really dreaming, though.
And
no, he's not. I know it.
But I said that's why I said if you think about that in that context, it's scary.
But you wouldn't be a real thing if that was the case. You'd just
Friggin'
be
dang.
a figment of the imagination at that point.
But sort of going back to like the foundations of solipsism, like even if I'm not dreaming right now, to me, you're still just sort of in PC or something. Like Going
just you, Kevin and I are.
Just so you know,
are
like,
fine.
but if you
These
think
two
about
are
it, in my eyes, you're just like a fake nothing.
No, but it's true. Like,
No, it's
I
like
don't ever
everyone
think
else.
about, like,
Yeah.
we're all just like I said, like, I don't know what my face looks like other because I'm just looking out this portal all the time. And it's just freaky to me that we've all seen that picture of your nervous system, just your brain and your eyeballs and then a bunch of spaghetti. Like, you know, that's it. It's all just picking up signals from out there. And then my brain, which is in complete darkness, encased in this bone, you know, basketball, it just interprets all those electrical signals and gives me a picture. That's freaky. And then the fact that, like, right now I'm knocking on my desk, it's not really solid. It's just molecules packed together. It's freaky, man. This whole thing's freaky. It just is. And I was thinking about this. Like, I now know about molecules and quarks and gluons and things like that. 300 years ago, they didn't know jack crap. They didn't know anything. They bled George Washington to death.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't walking around going like, what if? Like, they had no clue at all.
Nope.
Just none.
Nope.
If you said, like, if you touch thine horse, it's not really solid, you'd be like, I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah. It's like, shut up.
Shut up.
You're going to prison. You're a witch.
Dandy.
That was always a fun fact they told us in school. You'll never see your face the way other people see it.
Yeah.
Because reflections are
I still can't figure it out.
close, but not perfect.
Yeah, there's the true mirror, which I don't know what it does, but it's supposed to see you the way people see you. But I'm looking at a video of me right now talking. Isn't that like, Wheels? You look the same. So I don't know why I wouldn't. So, Andrew, you ran over something in your car?
Well, I didn't run. I ran into something.
Was this your new car?
No, this is the bad
Who
car.
cares?
I know. I don't care. It was like I'll hit stuff all day. I don't know what it was.
He's like,
no,
where's the demolition derby? I'm going.
No, I've been very tired lately. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm real eepy. Real eepy these days. And I fell asleep while I was driving and I hit one of those.
Sleepy in a cute way.
Oh, I'm like, what's EP?
What is EP? Oh, I'm so mad.
I don't know.
Where did you fall asleep?
fell
Route
asleep
3.
driving?
Yeah. Route 3, like
It all happens on Route 3.
it all happens on Route 3. Like just past the like Hardee's and stuff, like if you're coming towards St. Louis. There's
Okay.
been nonstop road work on Route 3. Pretty much the entirety is one lane or
So
or
if anyone's
less.
sleeping right now, it's you.
Yeah. Might
could-
still be
you
in the
could be
could still be driving in the car. And I whacked one of those orange, not the little cones, but the big cones, the
Okay.
big like cylindrical ones.
Oh, like a barrel?
Yeah, like the big orange barrel
Yeah.
shaped things. Yeah, I whacked one of those. It went flying. That woke me up for a few minutes.
Was
and
that
then I
this
back
morning?
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I know I'm not the first person to do it because you see every now and again you'll see one of those barrels that's kind of like off a ways. I'm like, all right, other people have
That's why they have the barrels.
fallen asleep and whacked those barrels. And to be clear, it was not in an active work zone. It was in like just a sectioned off area. So I was not like launching this barrel at a worker.
I think you're kind of splitting hairs on this one, though.
I think that's an important distinction.
Did you know that when you fell asleep?
Yes.
Know what?
So you're like, it's okay to fall asleep because there's no workers here?
No, it was more like I'm trying to stay awake and I failed, but I know that I wasn't in an active work zone.
What's your best guess how long you were asleep?
2 seconds. I mean, my car's got terrible alignment, so if I'm not actively pulling on the car, it's pulling me. So it's like, it couldn't have been more than
This might be your
1
wedge issue
second.
to get the new car for you and not Megan. If she doesn't fall asleep.
That's a great idea.
Wait,
I'll
how
say
does the new car keep him awake? Because that's what we have to sell to her, right?
You're right. That's a good question.
that's true.
Yeah.
So what is it about the new car that's going to keep you aware?
He's just so excited to be driving it, it's going to make him awake.
Yes. Higher clearance means better oxygen, right?
No,
Actually,
I think-
oxygen gets lower the higher up you go.
I think I'm wrong. I think that if you're going to be running into things, you should be in the bad car.
Yeah.
That was kind of my thought,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
If I'm going to be falling
Yeah.
asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, but also don't do that.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. It was a bad situation.
Had you stopped and eaten on the way?
No. Why?
Maybe you need to stop and eat on the way.
Maybe. I mean, if I have to eat something to stay awake on my drive to work, that seems indicative of a larger issue.
Wake up informed. Wake up empowered. Wake up to Total Information AM, your morning must.
Hi, this is Debbie Monterey.
I'm
Megan Lynch.
This is Tom Ackerman. From local news to breaking headlines to weather, traffic, and the stories that matter most, we've got you covered before your first sip of coffee. Expert analysis, bright perspectives from the people you trust. Total Information AM. Your day starts here. Mornings beginning at 5 on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Attention business owners with a net income over $500,000. You need to work with a tax strategist that understands your entrepreneurial mindset. Download the most recent white paper written by E3 Consultants Group titled The Power of a Professional Tax Strategy Team. Go to e3wealth.com/radio to obtain a copy. It's time to learn about wealth and tax strategies that protect your personal and business economy. E3 is ready to help you think differently about your finances. Educate, empower, enlighten. That's the E3 difference.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by the Woodlands of Arnold Senior Living.
It is not a blast from the North Pole, but we do have some cooler weather on the way after this afternoon. A mix of clouds and sunshine, a couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 86 for the high. Tonight, full moon night, partly cloudy skies. The harvest moon, couple of scattered showers, thunder showers. 67 Tuesday, partly sunny, couple of scattered showers and thunder showers. Cooler Tuesday, 78. I want to stress, from this afternoon through Tuesday, this is not a widespread rain. It's not going to help our drought a heck of a lot. Wednesday is a pretty day, sunny skies and nice, and 75. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
The Woodlands of Arnold campus offers skilled rehab, a beautiful assisted living community, and a secure memory care to keep your loved ones safe. Check us out at rspseniorliving.com. That's rspseniorliving.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, Stacy with Fairwinds Rivers Edge Senior Living in St. Charles. Are you a senior seeking a fun retirement? Do you want less work and more play? Do you want to enjoy great food that you don't have to cook? Then I know. Stop what you're doing right now and call Fairwinds. Set up a time to visit and have a meal. Meet some of our awesome residents. Check us out online at fairwindsriversedge.com. We hope to talk with you soon.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. 600 Kelwood, St. Louis.
Dave Glover, celebrating 25 years.
Hi, Dave. It's Janelle, your favorite influencer movie critic, Holio, wishing you a happy 25th anniversary. I've been a listener since the I Get It days, and now I'm lucky enough to be part of the ever-expanding Glover family. Definite 5 out of 5 stars. Would recommend.
Sponsored by Law Office of Susan L. Ward.
Our segment with Bernie is sponsored by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Dicon comfort dealer.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 1041 FM KMOX. Happy Monday to you. Bernie Miklasz joins us. Hey, Bern.
Good Monday to everybody. Hope the week's off to a great start.
Yeah, man. I went dark this weekend. I am not used to watching 4 baseball games in a row.
It's I tried my best to pack it all in. A lot of college football, a lot of MLB playoffs, some good NFL yesterday. Yeah, I mean, and I was still up at 11:30, close to 12. Even catching up with some of the stuff I missed.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Which of the series going on right now in the playoffs are you most intrigued by?
Definitely Chicago, Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee continues to be a fascinating story. And there was a lot of stuff said and written nationally. Well, in the playoffs, you got to hit home runs, and Milwaukee doesn't hit many home runs. So, I think they'll probably go out early again. And it amazes me after a 162-game season, people still haven't figured out the Milwaukee Brewers and continue to just overlook them as like some kind of fluke or something. It's truly remarkable. So they come out in game 1 and bust the Cubs up, doing what they've done to teams all season long. And they're still the best story in baseball, I think. And so I'm really into that one. And I love what happened in Seattle last night. I mean, I love the fact they won their first postseason game since 2001. And if you look back on it, I mean, I looked at this today, how many days that had gone by in between home postseason wins, and it's just a ridiculous total of, I think it was 8,752 days in between postseason home victories. Now, Cardinals fans, of course, have suffered a lot more than that. So we should make sure before we talk about how much Seattle suffered, we should make it clear that no one has suffered like Cardinals fans. So anyway.
Yeah.
Mr. Sarcasm, Dave. I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm used to it. It wouldn't be a great series for television, but Seattle Brewers would be pretty fun.
I think it would. I'm digging what Toronto's doing too, that and here's why, because Toronto won the 2 World Series in a row, 92, 93, and then they didn't make the playoffs for 20 straight years.
Yeah.
And then they had to rebuild, and Guerrero and Bichette and all these guys, Alejandro Kirk, all these guys started to show up, and it's like, oh, they did a good job. It took them a long time to get around to rebuilding, 20 straight years of missing the playoffs, but they did. And Toronto's in love with that baseball team, and the crowds are electric, and they look great. And yeah, I got to say, I take some pleasure in seeing the Yankees get annihilated. So hopefully Toronto will finish them off.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I would love for the teams. The Mets are already out. Phillies, Dodgers is 2 monsters, so it's not really going to give us too much vindication one way or the other. But I would still love it if we get to the ALCS, NLCS, and there's no Yankees, no Dodgers. Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't do what they do. What they're doing is within the rules. But I don't feel like you should get credit because you have a bigger bank account and can spend more. Like, you're not smarter because of that. Like, any dummy could be like, well, we can spend anything we want. Of course, let's load up on All-Stars. I mean, it's just obvious. It's not strategy. It's not skill. You just have a lot of money.
You know, Wilson, you didn't know this, but you kind of set me up for something, and I've been doing some research on this. Probably going to write about it as soon as I'm done here on DGS. But listen, does it help a team to have a big payroll advantage? Of course it does. It helps you, right? And the record shows it helps you make the playoffs. It helps you do a lot of things. Maybe have a more well-rounded club, more depth and all that. But you know what people don't talk about? And that includes me. You know, I haven't talked about it much. What doesn't get talked about enough are all the teams that spend like crazy and don't have any. They go through, 2 or 3 seasons at a time, if not more. They don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
Like you can spend all you want to see here locally and in some other markets. It's like, well, they got to spend. Well, okay. Now tell me if they're going to spend smart. Tell me if they're going to address their needs when they spend. Spending just to spend, it doesn't guarantee a dang thing. It just simply doesn't. There's been some amazing flops since the extra playoff spot was added in 2022. Teams that have spent or like ranked 4th in payroll, 5th in payroll, top 10 in payroll, spent like lunatics, and yet nothing to show for it. That part gets left out.
Yeah. Yeah, we see a lot of that where the teams that win the trade deadline and everybody's fighting, like the Padres. And look, there's nothing wrong with AJ Preller, what he did. It was brilliant. And some of those moves will pay dividends down the road, right? I mean, they still have Mason Miller for another 4 years or whatever it ends up being. So it's not like it's the be all end all, but man, at the trade deadline, all you could hear was, wow, the Padres, they're going to win the division now. They got the best team. They got 5 closers. Good luck in the playoffs. Well, they were one and done, one series and out.
And I'm not exactly, and I'm not anti-spending.
No.
And I'm confident that when the Cardinals rebuild is starting to show some real traction, they'll spend money because Bill DeWitt already has, despite the huge percentage of people that like either care to ignore the facts or just aren't aware of the facts. But he's always done a thing where, when they're ready to win, when they've had to retool or rebuild or whatever you want to call it, they haven't really had a rebuild until now. But when they, when they've had players that they're developing and it's a big piece of their roster, then he goes out and he okays deals for star players or more expensive players. And, I was looking at something today, and since DeWitt became the owner, they've had on their playoff teams, right? They've had 53 pitchers and 51 hitters on all their playoff teams that were either free agents or acquired in trades. They've been really aggressive, except they've been smartly aggressive for the most part. And see, that's the whole key. You can be aggressive, but be smart. Make good trades. I'd like to see the Cardinals get back to making trades.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of in the Chaim Bloom DNA. I'd rather see him make smart trades instead of spending stupid money.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys. I have a pretty good idea of it, but I would love it if you would sort of go chapter and verse for the listeners. When I listen to you guys in the evenings, a lot of times you talk about, look, it's been great with the DeWitts. It's been great with Mo, but for the last 3, 4, 5 years, we've really sort of negligently let the game pass us by. In what ways? What didn't we do that other teams were doing?
Well, I'll go quick. I'll go first and make it quick. But the Cardinals had the model for player development, and they also were way ahead of the curve in Major League Baseball in terms of creating an analytics department that was really, really, really smart and really cutting edge and way ahead of the industry standards. So when you're ahead in the player development standards and you're ahead in the analytics standards, and you already had a lot of superstars you drafted or acquired. I mean, you got the thing. You got it made. Well, they got away from that. They let their analytics department fall apart. They let the farm system fall apart. They stopped developing the kind of pitchers they need, and chaos ensued and mediocrity ensued. It's as simple as that.
So they were doing a bad job at the system they had before, or they were doing a good job with an old system.
With an old system.
With an old system, but the rest of the industry caught up and passed them by because they never updated the Jeff Luhnow model. They were living off that, and they lost a lot of brain power when he left to go to Houston because he took guys with him. And over time, that thing just sort of eroded, and then it got to the point where it was pretty much useless. Same with the player development system in terms of developing pitching, but they haven't developed any power hitters either.
Yeah, I think that to me, the two things that cover the how that happened is one, they've just been too insular. They have not brought in outside voices at all until Chaim Bloom. Like it's always from within. It's always from within. A few exceptions, like Jeff Albert here and there. I'm talking about, though, like front office leadership positions, general managers, player development coordinators, and all that. So you just had the same opinions. And of course, it's going to be self-confirming because it's what all of you know. You know the same thing. So when you don't have enough diversity of views and different ideas and different ways of doing things, you're not going to grow. You're going to be stuck with what you know. And then this is the most inexcusable part to me, Bernie, was they also just didn't have enough people. They didn't have enough instructors. They didn't have enough people that were, in charge of actually going out and instructing and teaching players, and they didn't have the tech to go with it. And that's a money thing. That money that they saved on that went to the big league payroll. That's how they raised their payroll above where it normally would be, which is a horrible sacrifice. My rule for a baseball team or any sports team, never take money away from player development for any reason, period, the end. Never do it, because once you do, you're going to fall behind.
100%, pal. No doubt about it. And I'm still stunned that this was allowed to happen.
I know.
It's inexcusable.
So you could add again, I'm not trying to diminish the guys, but so you could add a Lance Lynn for $10 million. You cost all that player development. You don't have how many coaches, how much tech could you buy for $10 million? I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, tons.
And they're starting to spend even more than they thought on all the player development, all the infrastructure. And I'm all in favor of that. There's a local discussion since the Chaim Bloom news conference, and Bill DeWitt talked about spending, and he talked, in effect, like, we'll spend again. He sort of indicated now this moment's not really the time, but he basically said when we're primed and ready to spend, when it makes sense, we're going to spend. And again, he's always done that. So I'm not sure why people think he's a liar. I also don't know why anybody would want the Cardinals at the early stages of a rebuild to go out and start throwing money around. Where you take, if you're going to throw money around, pump it into the player development infrastructure.
Yes. Yeah. Well, look at
I don't need some mediocre free agent signings.
No.
I don't know why the heck so many people want that, because this is what got them in this jam in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, look at Milwaukee, look at Seattle. Now, Seattle's payroll is only 15th in Major League Baseball. Like Seattle, Detroit, Milwaukee, those are the lowest payrolls there. Most of their best players, are guys that they developed. Cal Raleigh is a guy that they developed in Seattle, and the same thing for Julio Rodriguez and for all the pitchers, for Logan Gilbert and George Kirby and Brian Wu. Like those are all low salary guys, and they got J-Rod on a long-term deal where he's still not making very much money because they signed him when he was 21 years old. So that's how it makes sense. You don't have to be throwing money around. And then they added to it, right? You add Suarez here and there, and you'll add, Josh Naylor's money for a period of time. But that's why those teams are there. And part of the reason, by the way, why teams like the Cubs are there, why Toronto's there. Toronto, a lot of those guys are their own guys. Bichette's their own guy. Guerrero's their own guy. They've done a lot of developing of their own stars.
And it's my go-to stat. And it's funny because the people that want the Cardinals to spend, as I refer to them as the one-issue voters. I'm going to keep repeating it until I lose my vocal cords. But since 2018, the Cardinals have outspent the Brewers by more than $300 million in payroll. And yet, while Mo was still here, all I would hear about, well, you got to go spend. You got to go spend. Well, where did that get them?
Yeah.
They were outspending the Brewers by $300 million, and you got people out there screaming them for more. Why? It's just cuckoo, man. It really is.
Burn, tell us about Saliga.
You got it. Saliga is a Saliga Heating and Cooling family-owned business since 1927, continuously since 1927. They're still the best and most trustworthy in town. They got a long, impressive track record that affirms that, because you're not going to be around one family running the business all these decades unless you were great at what you did. And unless you basically 100% approval ratings in terms of your trustworthiness, you can bank on that trustworthiness and that track record. That's been our understanding, that's been our finding. The Miklas family's been calling on Saliga for about 17 years now. And we fully appreciate the way they run their business and the kind of people they are and what you can count on. You can count on their knowledge, their class, their integrity, their resourcefulness, the way that they'll also, when they come into your home, look at the problem you're having. The first thing they do is say, well, let's see, I think there's a cheaper solution for this. Don't worry, this isn't going to be a big deal. Now, they probably could have, frankly, they could have misled us and made us think, oh yeah, you need this big repair job. They've never done it. They're the opposite of that. They find least expensive solutions first. And I think that's amazing. And that's like when you're like, who do I trust? Who do I call? I don't know who I should trust. I can tell you firsthand, you can trust Saliga Heating and Cooling for your heating and cooling needs, and you can trust the Saliga family. One other thing, they have a priority club. It's a maintenance program, which is really good because it extends the life of your equipment, which not only keeps your home safe and comfortable and ready for all 4 seasons, but when they check the equipment, by making sure everything's going fine, you're also going to extend the life of your equipment. Because sometimes it might be a little tweak here, a little tweak there, hardly costs anything, but your systems keep running and running and running. It's a beautiful thing. So they've saved us a lot of money with the Priority Club. So check that out too. For more information, call Saliga at 314-481-7333 or visit SaligaHeatingandCooling.com. Thank you.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
For all station contest rules, go to KMOX.com/rules.
.251 DGS. So you have questions about Mark Sanchez, Rach?
Yeah, all weekend I'm seeing headlines about Mark Sanchez and a DoorDash driver, and I just kind of felt thrown into the deep end of the pool because every article that I clicked on would just be like, well, we all know who Mark Sanchez is. And I'm like, well, I don't. So can someone please explain to me what is going on with all this? I saw Wheels had something on his rundown.
Wheels got it?
Yeah, so this weekend, we found out that Mark Sanchez had been stabbed. Right, so Mark Sanchez was a USC quarterback, played in the NFL. His most famous thing in the NFL was the butt fumble when he was the quarterback of the Jets. And he's an analyst now. He was in Indianapolis to do the Colts game for Fox. And at some point late Saturday night, or early Sunday morning, whichever it was, there was a confrontation at the hotel. He had a confrontation with another person. And the first story was he was stabbed 2 or 3 times and he's in the hospital and he's in critical condition. And it was a lot of, pray for Mark Sanchez. And the governor of Indiana went on this screed about how dangerous Indianapolis is and the police and everybody, we got to get our stuff together with crime in Indianapolis. And now we find out from the police, by the way, not from reporting, from the police, because we know this. Now Mark Sanchez is being charged with a felony. So he's charged with multiple misdemeanors and a felony for this confrontation that apparently was over a parking spot. There was a delivery truck, which is what this guy was driving. This other guy was a 69-year-old delivery truck driver. He was parked somewhere, and apparently Sanchez was super drunk and didn't like it for some reason. They said this is all we know now. There's probably better detail out there in the coming days. But he was apparently super drunk, and that turned into a fight, turned into an altercation initiated by Sanchez, which is why he is the only one of the two being charged with a crime. So the guy who stabbed him is not being charged because that was self-defense, because Sanchez climbed into the truck with him and was assaulting him and had held him up against a wall like by the neck. And, keeping in mind that it's a 69-year-old man and Mark Sanchez is a 39-year-old former NFL player. Now, granted, quarterback, but he's still 6'2", probably 220 pounds. He's a big guy by just normal people's standards, and was apparently aggressively drunk. So drunk that eventually he told police he didn't remember any of it. But now he's facing felony charges for all this. And what's been crazy about the whole thing is, first, it was immediately, assumed that Mark Sanchez was the victim. Like, that was the immediate first assumption. Then you had the second layer, which was the political people in and around Indiana using it to score political points, saying, see, the city's dangerous. This is criminals going crazy. And in reality it was the rich, famous guy who started it all, who caused the problem, and is now being charged with multiple misdemeanors and a felony.
Man.
And to this point, now, by the way, I think it was the prosecutor who said this. He's like, well, this part of downtown, there's literally surveillance everywhere. We have video of this incident from multiple angles. And the fact that there's video of it and that the charges are what they are, Mark Sanchez is in a lot of trouble. And what's really fascinating is how we can't stop doing the thing where we react to the story before we know the story. We can't stop doing it. Important people, the governor of Indiana, cannot hold back on commentary until he knows what happened. He didn't even call the police. If he had just called the police commissioner and said, what's the deal on this? He would have known pretty soon or pretty early on. Hey, yeah, Sanchez was drunk and he assaulted this guy and the guy defended himself.
Wow.
But there, here we have the governor and we got all these guys, because again, for their own political reasons, they want to make it sound like, oh, the big cities are so bad. And look, they have their problems, but that wasn't this. This is a rich guy getting too wasted and picking a needless fight over nothing that led to real violence. And the 69-year-old man's hurt badly too.
It's a very dirty Sanchez. Tell you guys about Triton Exteriors. 314-717-1159. Triton-STL.com. Tim is a good friend of mine. He's great. He is a former restaurant guy. My buddy Jeff Dill, current restaurant guy, was just texting me over the weekend asking if I knew anyone in the exteriors business. I'm like, yeah, call this guy. You're going to speak the same language. He's a restaurant guy. I bring that up because he's all about customer service. He says that Triton is a customer service company that happens to be really good at doing exteriors. They do roofs and siding and gutters and fences, classic exterior stuff. They're out of Webster Groves. They're a James Hardy Smart Siding company, so they're upper end, very classy, but they're almost never the top bid. There are about a half a dozen companies out there, you'd probably know their name and their jingle, who add 20 to 30% on top of their bids just because they've gotten away with it all these years. Triton doesn't play that game. 314-717-1159, Triton-STL.com.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Story Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Story Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Story Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit lance.drurylaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Coming up on December 1st, you'll finally be able to use America's #1 sportsbook, FanDuel, in the state of Missouri. It's been the #1 sportsbook in the country for a long time for a reason. It's easy to use. It's very good to look at. It's very well set up. It's just as easy to take your money out as it is to put it in. And coming up on December 1st, you'll be able to download the FanDuel app, and you can actually download it now to get ready. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. But you get to play the way that you want to. You'll finally be able to bet on your favorite teams and all your favorite sports and do it the way you want. You want to do straight up money line bets or point spreads? That's fine. It's easy. Over-unders, easy. You've got like the longer term things like who's going to win the next championship in a given sport. And then, of course, you can play in real time, which is a lot of fun. You can be watching a game on a Sunday night or on a Tuesday evening or whatever and play along. Which player is going to score the next touchdown? Which player is going to get the next hit or hit the next home run? A lot of cool ways to play. You do it your way. I've been with FanDuel from the beginning. From the moment they launched their daily fantasy games, I was on it. From the moment they launched the Sportsbook app, I was on it. It's fantastic. And now I'm going to get to do it in the comfort of my own home. So you can see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just download the app. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri where you can play your game. Remember, 21 and older and present in Missouri to play. Gaming problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Breaking News. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we have a cloudy sky. It's 81 degrees downtown at the Arch.
Let me be clear. Donald Trump is using our service members as political props and as pawns in his illegal effort to militarize our nation's cities.
Governor J.B. Pritzker announces the state's lawsuit against the president's attempts to bring the military into Chicago.
Earlier today, the state of Illinois filed a lawsuit challenging Donald Trump's unlawful and unwarranted plans to deploy armed military troops to Chicago. There is no invasion here. There is no insurrection here. And local and state law enforcement are on the job and managing what they need to.
An update from reporter Hannah Meisel with our partners at Capital News Illinois, who was in the courtroom, says the judge decided not to grant a temporary stay despite Texas National Guard troops scheduled to get on a plane to Chicago at 4 p.m. She says she is very troubled by the Department of Justice's lack of answers as to where the troops will be and what they'll be doing once here. And she says the Fed's assertion that it'll take a few days once here to be officially truly deployed does give enough time. So the judge has set oral arguments in the challenge for Thursday. Amid arrests, raids, and protests, the Chicago suburb of Broadview sets fixed hours for protesting outside the ICE facility in their village. Mallory Vorbroker is there.
Effective immediately, the executive order announced by Broadview Mayor Katrina Thompson says protesters can gather only from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. outside or near the ICE processing facility. The order says due to recent escalation in violence by ICE at the facility, including deploying tear gas, pepper spray, and rubber bullets at individuals and reporters, the time restrictions are in the best interest of the village and its residents. The order will remain in place until Thompson deems the restriction no longer necessary.
The woman that killed outside of the Barnes & Noble in Ladue on Friday is identified as 74-year-old Paula Aboud. The Post-Dispatch reports she was with her husband when an SUV struck them both before hitting the storefront. Her husband, 75-year-old Camille Aboud, is hospitalized in intensive care. Ladue's police chief told the Post that officers don't intend to seek charges against the driver. He calls the crash a very tragic accident. The driver is cooperating with the investigation. While the NFL has received some backlash for getting a Spanish speaker to perform at the Super Bowl, one St. Louis politician is very much delighted.
I am planning on celebrating the Benito Bowl, as our Puerto Ricans are calling it.
Bad Bunny, whose real name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, is from Puerto Rico, just like St. Louis City Alderwoman Daniela Velasquez. She believes the NFL is smart to hire him for the halftime show.
He beat Beyonce in views for his Amazon concert. He just brought $700 or $500 million to Puerto Rico with his tour. So, I mean, I think if the NFL is about money, I'm sure they're still going to make money off Bad Bunny.
Billboard's top 5 right now, all Bad Bunny. He even hosted SNL over the weekend and did a bit with St. Louis and John Hamm.
That was Juan Jamon.
Stuart McMillan, KMOX News.
From the KMOX Business Desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com. An editor-in-chief has been named at CBS News. Correspondent Matt Piper.
Paramount, a Skydance corporation and the parent company of CBS News, is acquiring the Free Press, an independent subscription media company. Its co-founder and CEO, Barry Weiss, will join CBS News as editor-in-chief. CBS News says Weiss will shape editorial priorities, champion core values across platforms, and lead innovation in how the organization reports and delivers the news. The Free Press will maintain its own independent brand and operations.
Northbound 170 is backed up because of before the Rock Road because of that serious accident at the entrance to westbound 70. It's being investigated as a fatal. Northbound 170 is heavily backed up approaching the Rock Road because of a serious accident at the entrance to westbound I-70.
We have a slow-moving cool front headed our way, but it is going to get through. Looking for a mix of clouds and sunshine on this Monday afternoon. Couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 86 for the high. Tonight, full moon night, partly cloudy skies. Couple of scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower. 67. Tuesday, partly sunny. Couple of scattered showers, thunder showers. Though this is not a widespread rain coming up, but it will be cooler on Tuesday, 78. Wednesday looks gorgeous, sunny skies and 75 degrees. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, your premier provider of fences, decks, patios, sunrooms, and more. Call them for a free estimate today. Now offering 20% off your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, chesterfieldfence.com. We've got a cloudy sky. It's 81 across the region. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
This report is sponsored by McKelvey Homes.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan at McKelvey Homes. Have you always wished for a brand new home in an established neighborhood? Select one of our move-in ready custom homes throughout St. Louis, or we will build on your lot. Visit McKelveyhomes.com and move up to McKelvey.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
.306 DGS on KMOX. It's a good vibe today. It's Monday. I feel weird. It's been a weird show, but it's been like a enjoyably weird show.
It's fun. Good.
Yeah. No giant news today. It's kind of nice. Mm-hmm. Right?
Don't say that because now something's going to happen.
Yeah, not used to that. Let's do DJ's happy hour. Who wants to lead it off? They say.
Happy to go if anybody wants me to.
I always feel like a teacher who said, like, hey, who read the assignment last night? Who wants to-"
I'm trying not to be the dork that's always raising his hand.
I'll raise my hand first.
Okay.
I have a question. Why is it that so many people, especially celebrities, will go on a podcast and then start revealing information that I would think would be like in the vault forever?
Yeah.
Here's my example. Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, just did the Call Her Daddy podcast. And on the podcast, I know this because there are a million posts about it on social media. Other people have noticed this too, okay? On the podcast, she revealed she didn't want to get married. She never wanted to have kids. They have kids. And she always wanted to be a career woman. And Steph Curry doesn't understand her. This is her current husband. I just don't understand, like, why people feel safe to reveal these sort of things as if no one's going to hear them when everyone's going to hear. Like, I'm sorry, am I crazy for thinking it's weird that you're a mother and you're saying, I never wanted to have those dang kids? Like, that would hurt my feelings if my mom said that.
It's sort of the frog in the boiling water. Like, it didn't used to be that way. And when you met someone like that, you're like, geez, this person. But with social media, it started, and people are just posting things out there that, like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. So, yeah, and now we're kind of reaching critical mass. I agree.
Yeah, been a weird culture lately of like celebrities oversharing, specifically on podcasts. Like the famous wife of a famous husband goes on, or vice versa, and it's like kneecaps. They're really into kneecaps. They love licking kneecaps. That's the thing that they love the most. And you're like, don't say that. Why are you saying that on like a public space?
I gotta be honest though, I don't think it's just celebrities. Everybody overshares. I gotta know everything you think about the world on the back of your car. I mean, for God's sake, man.
I guess we only know it from celebrities because they're the ones that are getting
right.
booked on. Like your neighbor's not getting booked on a podcast.
No,
or
but if I
whatever.
look at the back of so many cars on the highway, I can see who you voted for, what things you care about, how many kids you have. Like, geez, cool it, man. You don't have to tell everybody everything.
So the clips from the Call Her Daddy podcast with Aisha Curry made such a, so many ripples on Instagram that Killer Mike, the rapper, actually commented, Steph doesn't deserve the embarrassment.
I mean, kind of.
But then Steph Curry responded and said, you're better than that. Stay in your lane and let God keep blessing me like he is. We are good over here. So, I mean, I guess if everything's okay between the husband and wife, I shouldn't let this bother me. But I just thought it was, I don't know. I kept seeing this all weekend long, and I thought it was a little odd.
The first one I remember was Will Smith's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, the red table talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's do public therapy.
Yeah, let's really air out all of our grievances. Let's air out all of our grievances against like my husband, who is also one of the most famous men in the world. Let's go ahead and get this all out in the open right now.
Kev, what do you got?
Couple of different possibilities. You guys can choose. You don't have to know the exact one. There's one that was a current event that happened at the University of Washington over the weekend. I don't know if you saw that one. Let's do that one then. So this random guy on a college campus on the University of Washington just busts into a classroom. It was a psychology class, and starts ranting and yelling and using slurs and doing the Nazi salute and all this stuff, like trying to get a draw out of the class, right? So he gets chased out of the room by 130 students and by the professor, and they basically chase him all the way across campus. And the whole time he's like panicking and freaking out. He's like, why are you guys chasing me? It's like 130-1. Like, dude, you went in and picked a fight, and now you don't like it? So he got chased across the campus, eventually got cornered. Nobody touched him. Nobody laid a hand on him, but he was like surrounded, and he's like on the ground, like half crying because now he feels like he's being picked on. And then he gets arrested, which is the beauty of it all, because what he did is illegal. He's trespassing in the classroom setting. And I just find it amazing that you're so brave that you're going to go in and do this. But the minute you're confronted, you're a crying baby. Like, you're the one that picked the fight. You're the one that wanted this. And when you get some kind of recourse, and they never touched him, but now you're the crying baby, like this isn't fair. Maybe shut up. Maybe don't do that. Maybe go stand on a street corner if you want. But why do, I don't know. I don't understand the psychologists. Maybe you guys can help me out. I don't understand this. You want to pick a fight. You want to poke the bear. You want to kick the beehive. And then you're surprised and sad and scared that the bees come after you? What's that nonsense?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think society has kind of turned into like, I get to have my cake and eat it too?
Mm-hmm.
Just for everything. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad nothing happened to the guy. I'm glad he didn't get beaten up for what he did. But man, the turn from, I'm out here, throwing up the Nazi salute and screaming at you guys and calling you a bunch of names to please leave me alone is really hilarious and sad.
I think, too, that everyone at some point suffers from delusions of grandeur. We all do. I probably have more than most, especially when I was young. But it seems to me that there's an element of that, whether it's online or something like this, where that guy probably thought he was really doing something. Like it seems like more than just someone dared him, like he just really thought he was doing something. And it's only one step from that and him pulling a knife or a gun.
Well, right. That's the point. We've seen too much of that stuff.
I have my concealed carry license. I don't carry anymore. I haven't in years. But if I were carrying in that classroom and that guy did that, my hand would be on my gun.
Because you wouldn't be trusting him.
Yeah, I'm not pulling it, but it's like,
I mean, like you can't just burst into places where you don't belong and start screaming.
Yeah.
Because we've all had too many experiences now of shootings at schools and movie theaters and malls and everything else where everybody is immediately suspicious of you. And that fear response is partly what he saw there, is people expecting something bad and saying, we're not going to wait for something bad to happen.
Yeah. Yep. Andrew, got anything?
Sure. Did you guys see that there was another ancient Egyptian artifact stolen? Like the second one in like 2 weeks. They're having a crisis over there.
Same place?
Same general area. This was from a crypt and like a what do they call them? The places where all the dead people are.
Mausoleum?
No, similar to a mausoleum. It's like a big crypt place, right?
Okay.
I can't think of the exact word that he used, and it's going to drive me crazy.
Now it's really going to drive me crazy.
You mean the tomb?
Well, it's a tomb, but it's a place with like a lot of
Valley of the
tombs.
Kings?
Sort of like what the Valley of the Kings is, essentially. There's a specific word for it.
Okay.
And I can't stop the segment
The
to
catacombs?
Google it. Not the catacombs. But thank you, Joel. But it was a big limestone relief that was like 16 by 24
feet.
Yeah, inches.
Okay.
I'm like, man, they must have had a big truck.
Well, I mean, you'd think this thing would be too heavy.
They're not even trying over there.
It just had like a picture of some people on it, and you'd think that alone would be too heavy to just like lift up and go run off with. But I guess it was stolen. This comes. I don't know if you guys saw. This was just a couple of what was that? Kevin just did a weird thing.
I was measuring out the.
Oh yeah. I mean, decently big, right? Necropolis. Thank you, JR. That's exactly the word that I was looking for. Necropolis. Okay. But then there was that. It was like a Queen Pharaoh's bracelet that was like gold and lazuli.
They melted it down.
And it was being restored, and one of the restoration workers just stole it and melted it. They sold it for $4,000, melted it down, and now it's just gone. This like priceless relic from 4,000 years ago is just like vanished.
You remember years ago? I think everyone was on the show back then, but Wheels, when the person with no real training decided to redo the face of Jesus on a very old, expensive painting.
Wasn't it the Shroud? I thought it was
the
recreation of the Shroud.
But it looked just like a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, look up recreation of Jesus's face. Everybody out there listening, look up recreation of Jesus's face, and you will see like
that was bad.
That was really, really bad. This was in the days before AI, and you almost looked at that and go like, we should wait for AI to take a crack at that.
Oh, wow. So it was an 81-year-old parishioner who decided to take it upon herself revamp this fresco work of art. She says the priest knew about it though. So it's not her
Yeah,
fault.
I bet he found out.
I would love in this case to think that the whole Bible's true, the whole thing's true, and just like how great that would have been for Jesus meeting her. Because Jesus has a great sense of humor.
Sure.
He'd have been like, that was right on. I like your take on me.
I looked at that picture of me and I was like, mood.
It's funny to imagine the priest coming in and
Oh
seeing
my
it,
God.
freaking out, and she's just like, divine intervention. And I hadn't actually done anything yet.
This is what he actually looked like.
This just happened. I don't know.
What in the world?
Yeah,
what if it was what he
bad.
really looked like and it was a miracle and no one will accept
Comes
it?
down to earth looking just like that. They're like, we owe her an apology.
Tell you guys about the Gelman team. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. The interest rates have come down. They're supposed to come down another couple of times during this calendar year. That's going to cause the pent up demand to get out there and turn into supply. So before it does, get with the Gelman team. Maybe this fall is the right time to list your home. Maybe the winter is a better time. And the Gelmans are the kings of winter, man. The very first time I met them sitting at the Ritz-Carlton, I'm like, and it was about this time of year. And I said, I bet you guys are really glad you get a little vacation here over the winter. And they looked at each other like Gelmans do. And they kind of chuckled and said, we love that you think that because that's what our competition thinks as well. So many of the homes that are on the MLS in October, November get taken down until April or May, and they sell a ton of homes during the winter. They are great at communication. They are master negotiators. They're straightforward guys. They'll never blow sunshine up your skirt. They're going to tell you exactly what you're looking at. If you want to find out what they think your house is worth right now without talking to anyone on the phone, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com and put in your address. When you're ready to talk, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Each week, I'll take you on a dark journey through terrifying true urban legends, bizarre true crime cases, chilling tales of backwoods horror, and more. So if you're looking to join a passionate community of the darkly curious, check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, stay curious.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Now, 90 and 60. A look back at the latest St. Louis City SC match. Presented by Woods Basement Systems, Inc.
Pompeo out of the circle, left side of the Austin Vice crossing.
it's
Harden
hit.
works to it.
It is
Right
hit.
foot outside of the foot. And it's Cello once again, baby. City with the ball. Morales just the offensive end. Laser perfect. Top of the box. Pitcher chest it down. And he will dig it on home. Uses the spoon up and over the keeper. All right, baby. City's going to win it tonight. And that'll do it. St. Louis City 3, Austin 1.
Up next, City SC faces Real Salt Lake. Saturday, October 18th. Kick at 8 p.m. on Y98.
Tripping over uneven concrete? Don't replace it, raise it with concrete leveling. Call the all things basementy experts, Wood Basement Systems, for a free estimate at 618-249-5503 or learn more at woodsbasementsystems.com.
Celebrate the spooky season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129. Take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com and take advantage of the huge savings.
Hey, Dave, this is Susan L. Ward, and my law firm and I want to wish you congratulations on your 25 years with the show. I am really, really glad that you left family law practice to me. And here's to 25 more for you on radio.
News, talk, cars. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Susan L. Ward just wished that I'll be doing the show till I'm 86. That's not going to be funny.
Everybody keeps saying, I hope you go for several more decades. And like, oh, okay.
Maybe they don't like me.
Well, they're not thinking of your age at all. Like they're thinking, I don't know. I think when people think of you, they're like, that guy's like 45. Give him another 20 years on the air.
Man, if I'm doing this at 86 and things have gone very wrong for all of us. And then Andrew said penis. yeah, Dave.
Kevin didn't care for that one.
Kevin wagged his finger as
He
Kevin
wanted
does.
a different word of some kind.
Any other word.
Any other word. People used to tell couples don't go to bed angry, but now they have changed that advice. They say
fight before bed every night.
The worst thing you can do is fight when you are emotionally dysregulated, including being hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So only fight at your best time.
So most people are tired and hungry all the time.
Yeah. Honey, I feel great. Let's get into that whole
Yeah,
fight.
now's the time. Yeah,
I really like to ruin this good mood.
We need to take a nap and eat something. We can schedule that fight. It's almost like a boxing match the way you're setting it up.
I learned something weird about me yesterday. Maureen and I went to breakfast at one of our favorite breakfast places, and it sucked. Just like inedible. And I'm not a complainer. And not only did I not complain, I had Eggs Benedict, and I ate 1/2 of the Eggs Benedict and a couple of the breakfast potatoes, and that was it.
Yum.
But I still messed up my plate like you do when you're a kid.
To make it look like
to make
you
it
ate.
look like you ate something, so I wouldn't hurt the chef's feelings who just served me terrible food.
Yeah, don't worry about his feelings.
That's nice of you. But
was
yeah,
bad?
maybe he should know. Or she could be a lady chef messing up your breakfast.
Always have to check your misogyny, don't you? Gotta watch for rage. Andrew, I have your first athletic event in a while. The Taco Bell 50K.
50K tacos? I could probably do that.
31 miles includes a mandatory stop at 10 area Taco Bells where you have to order and consume Taco Bell. If you go to the bathroom or become sick, you're immediately out of the race. You have to hold it all in for 31 miles.
Sounds is this like a sanctioned event?
Yeah.
This sounds like torture.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean, I love Taco Bell, but it's Taco Bell.
There's
You're
no
going to
amount-
have to go to the bathroom.
There's no amount of Taco Bell that's making me do 31 miles. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
Well, and you have to question, like, who out there is fit enough to run the 31 miles and then is also greedy enough to want that much
Good
Taco
word.
Bell. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking most people who are able to accomplish the 50K are staying far away from Taco Bell.
It would be a small Venn diagram set of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joel says order extra napkins. New study came out that says that waiting is actually good for you. It can help to improve your self-control by not reacting impulsively. And if you turn it into a game, waiting can be fun.
Uh-huh.
The waiting game.
Yeah, the
boy.
waiting game sucks.
Play
Well,
Hungry Hungry
it
Hippos.
turns out that
Let's play
thing,
Hungry Hungry
patience,
Hippos.
that they tell you about on the first day of pre-K, actually is good for you.
Mhm.
Come on, give me a break.
Wheels, I don't know if you know this, but the MLB just had its first season without a no-hitter in 20 years.
Yes, I did know that.
Crazy.
It is weird because it's also the time of the strikeout. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's, strikeouts these last 5-10 years have been higher than ever. And he didn't have a no-hitter. So I can't remember if there was a combined no-hitter, but part of the reason there are no true traditional one-pitcher no-hitters is because nobody's allowed to throw that many pitches.
Yeah.
You get to 80 or 90 and you're like, well, your day's done.
Mm-hmm. According to data from 250,000 adults in 50 countries, social media is in decline everywhere but America, where it's never been bigger.
Very interesting. I wonder what's causing the decline in those other countries.
Yeah, don't know. Anna Kendrick, the actress, believes she locked eyes with the Loch Ness Monster while in Scotland. She says, I'm a big skeptic. I don't believe in UFOs or cryptids, but there was a thing and it came out of the water and it looked right at me.
That's awesome.
I used to love Loch Ness.
Nessie.
Burger King is phasing out the Creepy King.
Oh, no.
Going away.
I like the Creepy King.
What do you like about him?
I don't know. I think it's kind of like a brave marketing tactic to use something so off-putting to sell your product, and it's worked for this long. Like, I don't know. Keep it up.
Kind of on brand for Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
The dustiest of the fast food chains. Do love me a Whopper, though.
Oh, good,
I
man.
have to have one of those tonight. Tell you guys about Mark Cantor and Cantor Injury Law. So I've used this analogy before. I think it's a good one. My doctor, Dr. John Patrick Stein, is a concierge doc. So he has fewer patients than a regular doc, which means that I can get in to see him whenever I want. I can have a 90-minute appointment. And if I want to call and ask a question or have a pain, it hurts right here, I can do that. During the age when law firms are just boasting about how big they are and we're the biggest in America. You guys are smart. You're not stupid. You know that if you have 10,000 files, you're just going to become a number. So Mark Cantor, all those years back, put together a firm that's going to be the best in St. Louis at personal injury law. And it's worked. For the second time in his career, he was named to the Lawyers Weekly Top 10 Power List, their unbiased, objective look at thousands of attorneys in St. Louis. They say that Mark Cantor is in the top 10. He is believable. He has integrity. He will tell you the truth. So if you've been injured in an accident, whether it's an auto accident or it's nursing home abuse or it's medical malpractice, products liability, give him a call, interview him, see what you think yourself. 314-628-9999, cantorinjurylaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
St. Louis, meet your new favorite way to start the day. The Chris and Amy Show. It's not the same old talk. It's fresh, it's different, and it's local. Chris and Amy dig into the news that matters, but they also keep it light, keep it fun, and keep you smiling. Serious when it needs to be, silly when it can be. That's pure entertainment with a local heartbeat. The Chris and Amy Show, weekdays at 9 on the Voice of St. Louis, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
When we started Neovitamin back in 2009, we wanted to create a multivitamin that we would take ourselves. That's why we use quality ingredients in our Neovitamin Original Formula multivitamin. With over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our physician-formulated proprietary blend, you can be sure you are getting the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neovitamin Original Formula multivitamin a try for yourself. Find it at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitamin.com.
This is Todd Krentz with Krentz Financial Group. For over 6 decades, we've helped St. Louis families and businesses plan with purpose and live with confidence. We work closely with professionals in healthcare, from doctors and nurses to medical sales and biotech and pharma. Our team helps you navigate complex financial decisions like retirement plans, disability insurance, consolidating old 401ks, and understanding stock options or RSUs. We make the process clear so you can focus on what you do best. Your goals, our mission. Start today at kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA/SIPC. Chris Financial Group is our broker dealer.
Traffic from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com traffic center.
We got some trouble on the north side this afternoon. Right now, we've got a couple of crashes out there causing problems. The first one I'm looking at is northbound 170 at Highway 70. All lanes are shut down except the eastbound 70 exit. So there's only one lane getting through north 170, and you have to get on to eastbound 70. You can't get past 70 right now because the rest of the lanes are shut down. Northbound 170 is jammed north of Page up to that point. And again, you'll have to take eastbound 70 and get off at Hanley and double back, but it's going to take you a little while. And then we also have an injury crash on westbound 270 in North County. It's blocking the left lanes. Only the right lane's open. Westbound 270 is jammed back to almost 170 right now. So those are the two jams with troubles, obviously. Southbound 170 is bogged down from south of Delmar to 64. Westbound 64 from McKnight to 270 slow, but coming out of the city, it's not bad. 364 out to 70 is pretty busy as well. South 270 south of Page, down through Ladue. North 270, 64 up to Ladue is kind of busy. Southbound 55, Gasconade Bates, the usual slow stuff. Westbound 5570 delays into 111 due to road work. I'm Roger Brand at the Michaels Flooring Outlet.com Traffic Center.
The Musial Awards celebrates its 20th year on Saturday, November 22nd at Stiefel Theater. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event hosted right here in St. Louis. It's a night to be entertained and inspired. Tickets at musialawards.com.
Hey, Illinois, this is Ben Barnett, board-certified master arborist and owner at Timberline Professional Tree Care. Sorry, St. Louis, this message is for our friends in the Metro East. Did you know that most Missouri-based tree contractors can't legally travel into Illinois? This is due to federal motor carrier regulations that require large trucks and their drivers to be registered with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration in order to travel across state lines. Almost all other tree services in Missouri fail to meet the requirements for safety, drug and alcohol testing, and equipment maintenance that are required for interstate travel. Here at Timberline, we meet and exceed all of these requirements and will be glad to travel across the river to meet all of your tree care needs. Call us today at 636-479-7475 for tree fertilization, pruning, insect and disease treatment, or complete removal. Or visit our website at stltreecare.com. That's stltreecare.com for service in the Metro East area.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
The countdown to kickoff starts here. Friday's focus on Mizzou, the Chiefs, and the NFL, only on KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, pennmutual.com/STL. Are you considering life insurance? Penn Mutual's accelerated client experience makes applying for life insurance fast and easy. Ask your independent advisor or go to pennmutual.com/STL.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 334. We had a little change in technology here at KMOX, and we're having some trouble getting our guys who are out there in the satellite stuff hooked up. So I think Andrew is trying to get Dave on the phone right now. We can't do this to Mitch again. This is like 3 days out of 7 that Dave's not been with us.
He's been waiting on Dave Murray time, you know. We got to deliver. Here he is.
Let's all pretend we're asleep. Dave, you there?
I'm here.
Good. A little trouble with the wackadoodle?
Supposedly a new link had been developed. It's not.
Uh-oh.
It turned into an echo.
Yeah, we don't have a great phone line with you either, Dave. So I'll just throw it to you for the forecast, and we'll make the best of it that we can.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. First of all, full moon is tonight. It's the full harvest moon. It's full exactly at 10:48. It's the brightest moon of the year, and should be spectacular. Our weather, we have a cold front coming through. It's not much of a front, though. It will drop our temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees. Not much in the way of rain. There might be a spotty shower or a thunder shower tonight and tomorrow, but nothing widespread. It's no big deal. The big deal is 75 for the high on Tuesday, 53 Tuesday night. Wednesday, sunny and 75, 49 Wednesday night, and Thursday, sunny and 73. Will be warmer Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right around 80 degrees. Nothing extreme, but just a little bit warmer by the weekend. But some really nice temperatures the next several days.
Very nice. I have a question
Does that
for
work
you.
for you?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
It works. I'm sitting here. The television is always on. You know, it's a news station, and Donald Trump is taking questions in the Oval Office. And here's my question: like in the next month, I have to get my blood taken, go get my pellets, do the Halloween show, and a couple other things. And when I woke up this morning, I couldn't sleep. I'm just so anxious about it and worried about it and wringing my hands. And here's Donald Trump, who seems cool as a cucumber. And one thing I'll say about Trump, I don't think he's lazy. I don't think, he's handling all these things and he's calling people and he's trying to broker Middle East peace and all this. Is it just a difference in humans? Like, I don't know how anyone can possibly keep up with that office and stay sane. And here I've got to get a couple blood tests and I'm like crashing out. You know what
I want his vitamin program. That's what I want.
And it's impressive. Like anyone who does that job, it's impressive. That's why I've always said, like when they're giving Obama trouble for smoking, like let the guy chain smoke. He's the president of the United States. Who cares?
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but don't you think most of them are taking something at night to help them sleep or something to perk them up in the morning? I mean, these are people of an advanced age carrying out a very grueling schedule.
Hey.
I mean, I'm just saying. It seems unlikely that it's like my head hits the pillow and I'm out cold, even though, I've spent the past 2 weeks flying it's just a lot. And I think there's probably a little bit more at play. Yeah.
Could be.
Not trying to say anything about one individual. It just seems likely to me that that's what's going on.
I do think that if you are someone seeking that job, it's probably because you handle stress reasonably well.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think one of these days,
like I wouldn't hire them to be creative like you because I don't think they are. And they just have a different trait, a different personality trait, and that's what leads them to pursue those type things.
Yeah, and how long will it be the way that we can identify pre-diabetes and pre-Alzheimer's that you can do like a genetic test on a kid and go like, oh, this one's going to be cool as a cucumber. This one's going to be a little freak. He's going to worry about everything. We'll be able to do it. Yeah, who knows? Headlines, Rach?
Yeah, Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. The Supreme Court has declined to take up Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking appeal. Basically, her appeal claimed that the government violated a non-prosecution agreement with Jeffrey Epstein. But the Supreme Court said, no, we're not going to do this. They didn't provide a reason for their decision, but they're not taking her case up.
I think it's very good. Every person's rights are important. Her rights are important. The law is blind, no respecter of people. But politically, I think Trump dodged a bullet on this because that would have looked pretty bad.
Mike Johnson has rebuffed Hakeem Jeffries' request for a live shutdown debate. So Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, challenged the Speaker of the House to a floor debate on the government shutdown, saying he wants transparency. Mike Johnson declined, saying, I respect him, but we all know what he's trying to do there. He also called it nonsense and desperate. But apparently this is something Hakeem Jeffries has done in the past. He's tried to ask for a debate with Mike Johnson in April as the House GOP was doing a mega bill. He wanted to do a debate that, I mean, I don't blame Mike Johnson for saying no because it's outside the norms, but I think we could probably use some more debates on the floor like that. That'd be very interesting for the American people to see.
Yeah, the polling is showing that the Republicans are taking the brunt of the blame for this. So I'm a little bit surprised, but I mean, that's at least what the numbers show. Not that it matters. Like, do you remember what the last one was over? I don't. And we'll get all twisted up about this one, and by Christmas, we'll forget about it.
So they've.
Are we really getting twisted up about it, though? Is the general population, do they even care?
It seems, Dave, less so than ever before.
Well, we only care about what impacts us.
True.
So until you see it now, the minute somebody starts seeing, oh, man, my whatever's not there, or my check's not coming, or I can't get this service, then you're going to slowly see people start to be upset by it. And if it leads to, did it happen? They were talking about thousands and thousands of permanent layoffs.
It hasn't
as a
happened
result
yet.
of this. So if that happens, you're going to be seeing whatever problems there are. They may not be apparent tomorrow. They might be apparent in a year or in 2 months when you're trying to get some service and it ain't there anymore.
So President Trump has announced that there is a fight date for the White House UFC event. They were talking about this in the top of the hour news earlier in the show. But the event will now coincide with President Trump's 80th birthday on June 14th next year. People are a little concerned about security. There will be a limited number of attendees allowed on the White House grounds. Others will be accommodated in a park nearby. But the event is set to include concerts, fireworks, and light shows with plans to take over Washington, D.C. for the entire week.
Pay-per-view?
Wheels, you holding back?
Why? What are we doing? How stupid are we? Oh, yeah, let's take the people's house and let two people fight there. That'll be great. Maybe we'll actually have some real tough guys near a White House for a change.
Yikes.
As opposed to what we always
Burn.
have, which is a bunch of big talkers who don't know what it means to be tough.
That's right. Kevin is throwing down the gauntlet. He will fight Donald Trump.
No chance. No, I wouldn't even say yes.
3-round
That'd be
steel
stupid.
cage
I'm gonna beat an
in
old
the
guy.
ballroom.
Just like, I don't know. What there's a reason no other president has ever had a boxing match or an MMA fight on the White House lawn, because it's tacky. It's just, God, you got arenas everywhere around you. Just do it in an arena and be there and have it be a part of. I mean, it's just so Hoosier.
Come on, Kevin. Let's do a tag team. You and me, tag team.
Yeah, let's go. Who we fighting?
Oh, the president.
Oh, we don't need two of us.
And Vance.
And also wouldn't be all right.
And Vance, yeah.
No.
Extra eyeliner.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, really worried about those guys. That Cash Patel guy must be scary because he's got a scary coin.
He's going to Valhalla.
He's got a scary coin.
He does have a scary face. He's got scary eyes.
He's got scared eyes. He's always like, oh, my God, what's happening?
Man, that guy is a joke, isn't he?
It just, I don't know. It's just the prevailing thing. I've always, I don't know.
He has a challenge coin like you do when you're in the military.
Yeah, so you guys know the challenge coins, right?
But his is a skull.
His is like the almost like the Punisher skull,
Yeah.
and it's like it's got cash, but it's K, money sign H, and it's like, dude, first of all, you designed your own.
Good point.
You're such a dork.
I like those guys.
Is that not like the most obvious thing that proves that you're not a tough guy? Is that you're going to make a scary coin for yourself? I mean, for God's sake, man.
Did he serve?
Cash?
Yeah.
I'm going to bet no.
That's a little. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to find out the answer to that question because I don't know that.
Even if he did, it's still cheeseball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't consider myself a tough guy in the way that special forces guys or even like active duty anything, they're all tougher than they prove it, right? It's all real. Most of the people that I've known that are the tough people, they don't need little trinkets to show people how tough they are. They just are, and they're confident in it, and they just live it. They don't have to be like, look, here's my coin. I'm a badass.
Until recently, that red-haired guy that claims to have killed bin Laden, SEALs didn't even let you know they were SEALs.
That's right. I know it's a relatively recent thing.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a high profile, like totally different type mission than we've seen before. But still, I bet there are a lot of SEALs that don't like that it went public. I think they probably preferred it the old way.
All right, let's do a couple more stories here. Mountain Dew, Gatorade, and Cheetos are among some of the brands that are going to undergo a makeover. They're transitioning to natural colors for popular products over at PepsiCo. They own Doritos, Gatorade, etc. They want to maintain product appeal while navigating the challenges of sourcing these new ingredients and securing FDA approval for natural alternatives. It basically comes down to public perception. Even if some of these flavorings and dyes are perfectly healthy, people are just transitioning away from that and they want more natural stuff. So they're looking at ingredients like paprika and turmeric to replicate the vibrant colors of their products.
So it's weird that you have this story, Rach, because I was thinking about this 10 minutes ago when I filled up my Gatorade, because it's really bright blue. And like, what do we really need the colors? Like, they must have done the research that shows that people will buy the colors and not just the flavors. Because if you told me this thing is clear and it tastes like this, and I taste it and it tastes like that, I don't care what color it is. But we have all these bright colors. I don't know. It gets to differentiate it.
Shiny things.
Yeah.
There's that lack of whimsy rearing its head.
I have a couple more stories, but we should probably go to break.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Tell you guys about Underdog. I did pretty well this weekend. Put a little on baseball, little on the NFL. It's very, very simple. All you have to do is pick out your sport, pick out your game, pick out your players. They don't need to be from the same game. You can do multiple games across the sport and just say higher or lower on statistics. If it's, Suzuki for the Cubs is going to get 1.5 runs, RBIs, and bases, and you think, now this guy's on a tear, he's going to do more than that, you say higher. If you think, nope, I think he's due for a little bit of a slump, you say lower. And if you get him right, you win. You can win up to $5,000, the cash you put in, and you only have to put in $1. So you can win. It is intuitive, it is simple, and it rewards your knowledge. You can download the app today using the promo code Glover to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first 5. Must be 18 and present in Missouri. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms apply, so go to assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we still have northbound 170 shut down. This traffic reports a service of Eamon, Gantner, Capriano. If you're north on 170, you're being diverted onto eastbound Highway 70. It's due to a fatality crash that they're doing investigation work with. So you have to go east on 70 to Hanley and turn back around. So keep that in mind if you're running up the Interbelt thinking of getting to the airport and catching a flight quickly. It's not going to happen. Northbound 170, you're jammed just north of Page up to the 70 East exit, and they're working to clear that crash westbound 270 before McDonald Boulevard. Left lanes blocked. Traffic westbound 270 jammed at 170. Southbound 270 from 364 down to 64 is slow, but after that it's good to 55. Northbound 64 up to Olive is busy, and approaching Dorset up to 70 is kind of slow. Westbound 64 McKnight to 270. A little busy west of K, and then 364 to 70 has heavy traffic. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal to Bates, bumper to bumper. Westbound 5570, west to 255 and a 111 jam in that construction zone, and there's a crash eastbound there that has it jammed at 111 as well. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Eamon, Gantner, and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret at Eamon, Gantner, and Capriano. I was suddenly widowed at 41. We had a will. Do you? Eamon, Gantner, and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Choice of an attorney is an important decision that should not be based solely on average.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with King MOX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss it down, listen to the Chiefs on King MOX or King MOX on the Odyssey app. For more info, KingMOX.com/events.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight. We are discussing breast cancer with Dr. Debbie Bennett.
It makes a big difference who's actually interpreting the mammogram images that you get. We make sure that we have an expert team of breast radiologists that specialize in reading mammograms to be sure that we can get you the most accurate read possible.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.wustl.edu.
Welcome back, guys. DGSM KMOX. Happy Monday to you. We have Sweet 16 coming up with Skip Weber, one we've never done. Rach, you have a couple more headlines?
I do. Here's some local news. The Post-Dispatch is cutting their Monday print edition. They announced this over the weekend, I believe. They're owned by Lee Enterprises. This isn't basically they're ending their Monday print edition effective November 3rd, and it'll be digital only on Mondays. If you get your paper delivered or buy it at the store, you can still get it Tuesday through Saturday.
I need to start doing that.
What's up?
Getting a physical paper and reading it. Because I don't have enough stuff to do in the morning. Like Rach and I just kind of sit around and look at TikTok and stuff too much. And I miss the physical ritual doing it. So just making that announcement.
Do we get a paper here? It seems weird if we
shockingly
don't.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not.
Well, maybe not so shocking.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Zoo soon will have a Komodo dragon, and it'll be the first
Get
Komodo
out.
dragon to occupy the specially renovated large habitat.
Let's go.
For the
That's
Komodo
sick.
dragon. His name is Charlie, and he's 6 years old.
Dude,
So that's very exciting. This is the first time in 12 years we're going to have a Komodo dragon.
I want to visit Charlie.
Yeah. We can hook that up.
Komodo dragons are dinosaurs, man.
Yeah, that's
they're
nuts.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's been that long since I saw the Komodo dragon at the zoo, but it really is something to behold.
Yeah.
When you see it through the glass, it's like, whoa, that is a dinosaur, and it's in front of me.
That's like probably the one animal that you just go, that shouldn't be here.
I mean, it's the most. I mean, I think they go back like millions of years,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, those things have been around for a long time in their current form. I guess it works.
Yeah. Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. Fall's the perfect season to tackle those home improvement projects before the weather turns cold. That's typically the way that people know they need new replacement windows is during the heat of the summer or the cold of the winter. You're either uncomfortable, paying too much per month for your heating and cooling, or both. You can